New York.
Johnny's tired tonight, so I'll start the show off. It's Straturday Night Live. I'm here with Johnny and Dave. I'm going to pause my video so I don't have to watch myself.
Oh, my God.
And who do we got in the house tonight? We've got 17 watching. We got 6 thumbs up. Scott Nickerson's out there. John Moronic. Bobby Lopez. Pal Guitars. Brendan Buttcheeks. Scott Nickerson. Hal Face. James Severin. Jason Pettit.
What was that noise? What was that sound? That was like some sort of a quack.
That was me plugging my guitar in.
Quack.
That was weird. Yeah, and it's not that I'm tired. I just ate. Well, if you guys have been in the chat the past hour, you saw that I was eating steak. There were supposed to be steak fajitas, but they turned into steak gyros or gyros.
Sounds good though.
Yeah. What was missing that made it a gyro instead of fajita?
They were wrapped in naan. Two huge
instead of a tortilla.
Sleeves of naan. So it was like a gyro or a gyro.
Yeah, absolutely. That's cool. I had I had steak and chicken fajitas for lunch today.
Wow.
Steak and
awesome.
I had a lovely burrito yesterday for lunch.
Wow, I had a lovely breakfast burrito yesterday for lunch.
Man, it's always good stuff.
Man, yeah.
You got to try it with naan. I got to try it with the naan bread. I'm getting into that. It's good stuff.
Mm-hmm. It is. Technically, you're not supposed to call it naan bread because naan means bread. So it's like you're saying bread.
No, yeah, it's not. Yeah, not NON. It's like, what is it? NAHN? Naan.
It's N.
Mediterranean kind of feel.
It's not like Non from Superman.
I don't know what that is. Non from Superman.
Non? He was, the 3 guys that escaped.
Okay, yeah. From 2?
Yeah. One of them was Non.
Okay. I don't know. I didn't know their names.
But he's not like Non. Yeah. Hey, Jason. Jason's here. Jason and James. Douglas Bedore. Oh, my. There you go.
Nice.
Stream Elements. The bot is running. Awesome. Although Stream Elements, I've never actually seen the bot in here, so I don't know what it's actually doing.
Yeah, on Saturday. He wasn't there last night. Nightbot wasn't, or last Saturday night. He was there last night, but not last Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was weird. That was really strange. But I have two different bots running. I've got Nightbot, and then I've got a stream. I've got a stream.
Do you hear me, John?
I said, Dave. I said that I have.
This computer's starting to suck, pissing me off.
Man, I wish I could figure out what the problem is with his audio because it's such a strange. It's so random that he can't hear certain people at certain times when they join. Can you hear Johnny? Can you hear me?
Can you hear John?
Yeah, I hear both of you now.
Very good.
This thing just booted me off without anything happening the first time. Just booted me right off.
That might have been Stream Elements. Maybe that's what happened. You say their name and they just kick everybody out. Oh, there's Nightbot. Oh, look at that. Oh, how sweet. Congratulations to Nesdal.
Congrats, Dave. Congratulations, man. That's good to hear.
Nesdal and Desiree. Awesome.
Very nice Nightbot.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys. And before I forget, subscribe to the channel, click the bell, and leave a thumbs up. Let's see if we can get. We didn't make 100 last night. I think we ended like 80 or something.
Yeah.
80 something. So we're in the 80s somewhere, but maybe tonight. Maybe we can hit 100 thumbs ups.
Absolutely.
And Jason's having pizza, it looks like. Pizza.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations, Dave. If you need a videographer, I'm available.
Well, thank you. You're gonna You're gonna fly all the way over here just for
Probably not, but yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I've kind of I haven't done any wedding videography in a couple of years, but
I don't know that we're doing a
nowadays you don't even need that. You don't need a professional to come out and do it.
I'm not sure if we're even doing a full-on, wedding hall. I'm not sure yet. It depends on how many people we get to come and how much money we're willing to spend. So,
well, you yourself have experienced many weddings. You from behind the scenes.
And personally, one too. I was married.
Really? Okay.
98. Yeah, and we did the whole thing, and and we did it inexpensively. And inexpensively for New York was $15,000.
Yeah, man. Wow.
That's a lot of money. I don't have that now. I don't have that much money now.
Sure.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. What about Vegas?
No, we're doing the justice of peace.
That's the way I'd go, man.
Go to Vegas. I could drive over there.
I'm sure you could.
It's just over the hill.
Yeah. Thank you, Johnny. John Moronic. Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm friends with the local judge here, so he'll marry us, and that'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, it looks like we have about between 50 and 60 people that said yes.
Wow.
And
man, I'm sure you can get more than that, buddy.
Oh yeah, I'm sure too. But that was just one day of making phone calls and saying we haven't sent out the formal invitations yet, but we kind of want to get the idea of who may want to come. And everyone so far has said pretty much yes. So
sounds good, man. Do it nude, Douglas says.
Yeah.
Of course Douglas would say that.
Right.
Of course.
Yeah, you should. Tube Supio.
At least do it live, man. We want to see it.
Well, yeah.
Especially for this channel.
If Johnny comes, he'll do it live.
That's right. Johnny's got to go, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep busting his chops until he says yes.
I don't have. I'm busted, man.
It's a year. You got a year to come up with it.
Well, dude, why don't you do this? Why don't you drive down to LA and be John's plus one, because he's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that? John? Which John is that?
Mancuda.
Mancuda. Okay.
I guess that's kind of an idea. Maybe. I don't know.
What's how he think about it?
What's he looking at?
He's looking at that guitar neck. Is that an EVH guitar neck?
He's like, where'd those fajita gyros go? Yeah. Yeah.
Why don't you put that on that Johnson guitar? That would probably make a really good guitar.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Would it fit?
I'm sure it would.
No, it's way wider. It's way wider than the Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh.
that's a smaller Johnson.
And is the neck a shorter scale, or is it's the same scale?
Yeah, they're different. Yeah, this one's 22 frets. This one's 21.
It doesn't. No, that doesn't mean anything.
Well, yeah, not the fret.
Yeah,
number, but the scale length.
They're both 25 and a half. 25 and a half.
I don't know. The Johnson neck is very good on there. I think I'd rather put that on something else eventually.
Yeah.
You know. I'd like to put it on my GMW is what I would like to do, but it's wider. You know.
Which GMW? Your Frankie?
The 5150, yeah.
Oh, 5150, yeah, that's right.
I think I tried.
That would be kind of cool.
I think I tried. And it was too wide for the neck pocket on the GMW.
Has anyone done a striped with? Well, I mean, like a 5150 style striped with a that kind of headstock or that kind of a neck?
Yeah,
I think people have. Yeah, I've seen it.
That's a cool idea, though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's a better neck than the GMW neck. So I don't know. Who knows? And actually, the GMW neck, I think the frets are kind of a little out of it too. So I don't know. It's an idea, you know. But it wouldn't have the hockey headstock anymore, you know. Strap on a Johnson.
It would look different.
Douglas, come on. Douglas, come in, jump in here and say that.
Showman, how you doing, Showman?
Showman Blues.
Hey, Showman. Howie's hungry? Yeah, well, yeah, I just had steak gyros or whatever. So
Johnny fed him. Johnny gave him a few leftovers.
I dropped one on the ground. Yeah, and it was a mistake. I guess somebody said.
Yes, very funny.
Put stainless steel frets on it?
That's a lot of dough to do that.
Wow. Nightbot, back with the congratulations already. Wow. Nightbot's very excited.
Yeah, he just can't get enough of me.
Man. Well, hey, I guess real quick, we've got a few announcements, I guess. First of all, our everyone's run everybody? No, Nightbot's awesome, Showman. And the Discord is awesome too, man. The Discord is great. Ask John BL. That's our primary form of communication.
Yeah, exactly.
Him and I. And so we're always over there. It's a great place.
You never get that thing right.
That's me right now. But hey, first of all, our EVH Gear Fans Live Facebook group just passed 500 members today.
That's very good.
So. Yeah, so that's awesome, and people are doing all kinds of stuff over there. You know, it's great. I go over there because I'll post, you know, the videos that we're doing. Yeah, I'll post them over there, you know, and I'll see people are posting all kinds of stuff just on their own over there. Yeah. So it's awesome.
Nice.
Having all kinds of discussions and stuff going on. So that's very cool. And the big news tonight that we're trying to get a link to.
John BL, we got that feed from Rapoport. We have that from Rapoport coming in. We're gonna work on that.
Yeah, well, he just has to text me back. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna happen. But Nerd Halen is playing a live show tonight, in Hollywood, California, and we're hoping to maybe get a live feed to that. But
yeah, he's got a lot on his plate tonight. He's we'll definitely see the highlights tomorrow anyway. If we don't see anything tonight.
And I mean, there's 3 bands. I think there's three bands. There's Nerd Halen. There's I know his drummer is in. I think he's playing with one of the other groups. That's one of his other bands. And then there's another band as well that John BL, I was telling you that I've actually seen. Do you have one of those flyers sitting right there?
I was looking for it. I couldn't. Of course, when you're looking for it on Facebook, you can't. It doesn't say the openers yet.
I want to. Are you on Instagram?
I'm looking at Facebook. Some of the stuff he's posted on Facebook.
Let me see. Yeah, because it's all over Instagram too. I want to say they're called like the Crystal.
Pepsi.
No. Let me see. Let me find one of his things real quick.
I've seen a bunch of them, but they're just the Nerd Halen ones.
Nerd Halen.
Oh, here we go. Black Crystal Wolf.
Yeah.
And what's the other one? Black Crystal Wolf. The Remotes. LA's only theme song tribute band.
The Remotes.
That sounds cool. Theme song tribute band. And Crystal Wolf, Black Crystal Wolf Kids.
Yeah, Black Crystal Wolf Kids. I've seen them.
Yeah, and it has just it's got the lineup. 8 p.m. is the Remotes. 9 p.m. is Nerd Halen, and 10 p.m. is Black Crystal Wolf Kids.
So they're on right now. Nerd Halen's on right now.
Yeah.
9 p.m. Okay.
That's exactly what I was telling you. That's what I told you. I thought possibly that would be the lineup.
Well, maybe he'll come on after the show. That'd be great to see him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. But yeah, the Black, what is it? Black Crystal Wolf Kids?
Yeah.
Is that it? I saw them. We took a little trip up to Mammoth. Do you guys know Mammoth Lakes, California? At all? It's up. I want to say it's up near. Where is it? Oh, bless.
Sorry. That was a cough, but yeah.
Did I hear some BS in there? No. Oh yeah, right. Johnny, you're such a liar. No. Lake Tahoe. Lake Tahoe. I want to say Mammoth is up near Lake Tahoe, and that's where I saw Black Crystal Wolf Kids. They were playing a free show up there, and what makes the world even smaller is one of their I don't know if she was a background singer. One of their vocalists I had met at a studio in Oakland like some years before. So it's crazy how small this world is.
Cool,
yeah.
Talking about small world, you know who was up at your neck of the woods, Johnny, this past week and didn't have time to even say hello to you?
I know. I said hello to him. I mean, I messaged him because I saw he was at what's it called? Shoreline Amphitheater.
Who's that?
Our friend what's his
name? Anthony Sujazi.
Anthony Sujazi was out here.
Yeah.
I saw his posts and I mean I've been super busy this week, so it probably wouldn't have worked out anyway. But because he's like where he is it's like he's like 2 hours away.
Yeah, basically Google had this major conference, and Google is working with the company that he works with. So he went to the Google conference.
Oh, okay.
He was at Google.
Yeah.
That's where Shoreline is. When I saw Van Halen in 2015 at Shoreline, I drove up there. I've seen Van Halen there many times over the years.
Yeah, that's huge.
Every tour, almost every tour since but I got up there a little early and I stopped at a Chipotle, obviously. And there was nothing but Google bicycles everywhere, and they're in those colors, the Google colors, the green,
kind of Silicon Valley area.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
So they're really Google sickles.
Yeah. Google sickles. Google sickles.
Echo.
Google sickles. Yeah. So I was scrolling on Instagram, and I saw that he said he was at Shoreline, and I'm like, huh? And so I'm like, hey, you're in my area, and he's like, yeah. And I'm like, how long are you here? And he's like, till tomorrow. And usually what that means is, even
no chance.
There's no chance at all, because tomorrow means, that means I'm getting up and I'm going to SFO.
Mm-hmm.
The airport. So
I think Howie wants out.
Howie.
That guy always wants out.
Yeah, I took him out like 4 times earlier. Howie's looking for a W. Yeah. All right, I'll let him out real quick.
Yeah. Showman Blues also. I'm playing the Blue Luke. Blue Luke.
Blue Luke.
Yeah. I was playing the purple one, which pretty much, I don't know, for the last hour or so. And I looked at the back and I realized that it was definitely a BFR, Ball Family Reserve, which I had no idea it was. Because it usually, though, I thought it said Ball Family Reserve on the 12th fret, but it didn't. It says it on the back, on the neck plate, which is really cool. Cool beans.
Yeah, that's cool. Do you have a preference between the two now?
Well, I like the neck on the purple one better, but I love the way this blue one sounds.
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to change them. Now that I know that that's a specific thing, I don't want to change the necks. I want to leave them as is. They're both great, don't get me wrong, but the purple one, the neck on it, it's just a little more comfortable.
And you were you thinking of changing them, or?
Yeah, I was thinking about switching necks, but nah. No, I'm gonna keep them.
Keep it the way it is. Sure.
Yeah, but I love them both. I really do. They're super comfortable guitars.
Dave, how many backup stripes do you have?
Backup striped guitars?
Yeah, like the backup. I know you have quite a few of the backup.
Actually, I don't. I don't have any. I don't have any backup guitars. What I have is most of the guitars that Eddie used on tour.
Like the 5150 tour, the backup from the 5150.
I don't have. No, Rob has one. Rob. He has the 918V. But I don't have any backups to that. I have unless you could consider the 1984 backup, because it really was.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess any of the variations on sort of the 5150 or.
Yeah. Well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 Kramer guitars. 7 Kramer stripes. Then I have the black and white version of the Frankenstein. I have the Bumblebee. I have the red, black, and white version of the Frankenstein. I have. Well,
what are the seven stripes, 7 stripe Kramers that you have?
I have the 5150, the 1984, the Hot for Teacher. I have the New York City 1985 hard rock guitar, which adorns the original 1984 guitar neck on it.
That one, I don't think I've seen that one.
You've seen it.
I've seen it, but I'm not too familiar with that one.
If you've seen the interview with Martha Quinn and Eddie Van Halen with Valerie at the Hard Rock, that's the guitar. That's the giveaway guitar from that one, and it now sits in Rome, Italy. I have the Venus Garolitis Music Zoo guitar, the Neptune New Jersey guitar, and the Kramer Ad guitar. Those are all my stripe Kramers.
And beyond that, he had dozens, not several of just Kramer stripes.
Hundreds of them.
Yeah.
I think in '86 he took between 13 and 20 on the road with him. Yeah. 13 were on the stand, and then the rest of them were in cases in the road.
And there's very little record of him using, except for the one-off songs like "What Good Enough" and
Dreams.
Dreams.
Good Enough. He used the 1984 guitar.
Yeah.
And in Dreams, he would use one of the other backups.
Pointed headstock, didn't he use?
Yes. Yeah. I believe that was because the 5150 guitar was either being tuned down for the song 5150 or tuned up.
Right. We tried to figure that out at one point. Yeah.
So
I don't know. Or at least you guys did.
Yeah. So he would use the backup while that guitar was getting retuned to whatever he was doing. And generally it would either be the 918V, which didn't have the letters and numbers on it at the time, or it would be one similar to that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and some of those Japanese magazines have, like the Young Guitar magazines, have the full kind of catalog of those, of a good record of them.
No, it has certain ones which, like, it has the 918V. It has the one with the Steinberger Trans-Trem in it. I believe it also has the.
He had a Kramer style with a Steinberger Trem in it.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess I've seen that, but I mean, I knew of the Les Paul. I don't know if.
Yeah, I should have a picture of it in here. I know I have it in the Young Guitar, but it's in the bedroom and Desiree's sleeping.
I think from 5150 Studios, he had a picture of that on the wall, right? One of that was on one.
think so, yes. But I may have a picture pretty handy, so just give me 1 second.
Yeah, I say like we or somebody's got to get a good catalog of just Ed's everything from.
It's very tough.
The different phases of the Frankie up till I mean, because there were literally hundreds of them from mid '70s to now, and just a good catalog where you can just instantly look them up.
Here it is. This is the one with the Steinberger tremolo on it.
Wow. Yeah, I guess I've probably seen that, but yeah, that's interesting. And he would use that on
he didn't use it at all. I don't think he used it for anything. I think it was built.
Did he tour with it or
no? You know what? He may have, but I don't think it may have been a backup for the Steinberger.
Yeah, throw it in there in case, for the third backup or something.
Yeah, because I mean, the only trans-trem guitar he used was the actual small Steinberger.
Right.
But I think this guitar was on the road as a backup for that in case that guitar broke.
But didn't he have a second Steinberger backup as well?
I don't think he had it on the road with him. I think it was somewhere else. I know he had two. He had one with a black faceplate and one that he had the face.
Well, then that would make sense that he would have a backup. He has to have a backup for those tunes.
Yeah.
And it would make sense. Maybe I guess that one would be great to see some pictures of him using that.
I've never seen a picture of him holding it. And that would be awesome. That would be really cool to see. But yeah, there's a ton of them, and they're all the ones. I mean, I have pictures of probably all of them in various wherever they were given to.
And he likely didn't paint them. He kind of just
they were painted at Kramer.
Right, and let them kind of do the style in that style.
Yeah. Taylor Petrie wants to know. He says, Dave, you had mentioned before that the 5150 guitar is unplayable now. Why is that? Well, in 2004, Eddie put a Charvel neck on the 5150 guitar for that tour. The Charvel neck was 1 3/4 inches wide at the nut. So in order for it to fit in the neck pocket, he had to have routed out the neck pocket to fit the neck, because the 5150 neck is an 1 5/8 inches at the nut, which makes it smaller at the heel. So and now the original 5150 neck is back on it, but there's no way to keep it in. The neck will move in that neck pocket. There's no way to keep it tight. So it's basically just a wall hanger at the moment.
Why did he make that choice to
well,
open?
You remember what shape? You didn't remember what shape he was in.
Well, yeah. In fact, that was that YouTube channel, Fresno Media Restoration, just put up a 2000. I guess it was November 2007 show from Fresno, and he plays some interesting stuff, and like he's just he's kind of out of his mind a little bit.
Yeah, he was not of sound mind, and back then, always, he made it work for him.
It's kind of interesting though to see the different. As much as we know that he was just in rough shape at that point. It's kind of interesting to see the crazy directions that he goes in off of some of the songs. I was listening to, I think it was Out of Love or something from the second album, and he was playing over Wolf, just kind of jamming a little bit over Wolf and Alex, and I mean he was just going in some crazy directions, just that was obviously just where his mind was at the time. I don't know. Yeah. But he was obviously much better when he had where he knew what he was doing, and he was in his right mind at that time.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, at any period in his career, it's kind of great to just see, the drugs did have a not necessarily a place in it, but they had such an influence on him that is undeniable.
I mean,
in the long run, and in his tough times too.
Right. it's definitely part of his, you know, of what makes him him.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on one second. Let me just say goodnight.
Yeah, like I said, it's just kind of there are those times 2004, 2007 when you knew he was not in good shape, but you can find a little bit of value in some of those really tough shows, and where he was just doing something different and creative, but it was definitely the drugs that was putting him in that place.
Yeah. So he did that to that guitar. And he wasn't endorsed by Kramer anymore, so he wasn't going to keep that Kramer neck on that guitar and play it. It just was. It is what it is. It was a Strat headstock Charvel that didn't have a logo on it, and he used it for that tour because he at that time he wasn't with any company really. He was just leaving PV, but he was still using the PV guitars. And
did you say that was 04?
Yeah, 04. He was on the outs with PV, but still using those guitars.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't with any company, so he didn't want any company's decals or logos.
He pulled out quite a few of the old. He pulled out the old original Frankie on that tour and the 5150. Well, as you were saying, the 51.
I don't think the Frankie came out in 2004. I think it came out in 2000.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe when they were making the Fender.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, absolutely. And I think for a short period of time, the original Frankie made it on stage for that tour, and then I think the replicas came out. But 2004, the only striped guitar other than the Charvel Art Series guitars was the 5150.
Okay, yeah, the Art Series, that's right. And then a lot of those were autographed and auctioned off as well.
All of them, every one of them. Yeah, which was cool.
And those were cool. Those were really nice guitars, man.
I played a whole bunch of them.
Nowadays, they're going for huge bucks. I mean, 10 grand for some of them.
Or more, around 20, between 50 and 20 for all. Yeah. That's pretty cool stuff.
And they're really in the style of the 5150s and the his Kramers. They're in the style of his Kramers and the Charvel. Yeah. I mean, and obviously originally the Charvel was the inspiration.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Mike.
Hey,
Michael.
Dave, how you doing?
Oh, I don't hear him.
What's going on, buddy?
John, hi.
I'm back. I'll be right back.
Oh, Dave's got to drop out.
I feel horrible every time I pop on, Dave. I do. I was like, come on, man, really?
Yeah. Well, I wish we could figure out what his issue was, what the technical issue is that causes that. But
and it's every time somebody pops on.
Yeah, but what's the issue behind it? Why is it
why?
Like, randomly, somebody new? But even if he's been on and he can't hear one of us, myself or Johnny or something.
Yeah, it's bizarre. Hi, Dave. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Dave, can you hear me, Dave?
Yep.
All right.
Johnny's still out with Howie.
All right. He'll pop on and he won't be here any of us.
Yeah, right.
How's everybody doing, man?
Good. How you doing, Michael?
Good. Busy.
Very good.
Yeah, busy from what you tell me. Busy's not even the word.
Yeah, I was talking to Dave earlier. Holy moly, God, they're trying to kill me. I was man, a week real quick. I just got off a 10-day work shift. I'm off today and tomorrow, and I got another 10-day coming up. I've been in Abilene, Kansas, North Platte, Nebraska, Durango, home now. Then I fly on Monday.
I hope you said Nebraska, not Alaska.
No, Nebraska. Actually, I would like to go to Alaska.
Well.
Then I fly to Kansas City on Monday, and then on Friday for a conference. And on Friday, I drive to St. Louis for a 5-day work stint. So
wow.
Hey, John.
Man. Hey, dude.
How you doing?
Tour of the Midwest.
Yeah, you ain't kidding, man. It's
crazy.
It's killer, man. It really is driving. I was telling Dave earlier on the phone that I'm lucky because I like my job. So I mean, and they treat me well. So that's why I do these things. When they ask me, I don't have an issue with it. But it gets a little, it can get kind of old, I guess is the word.
Yeah.
Maybe. But I'm not complaining, man. I really ain't. So, hi everybody in the chat. Hello,
David
Yeah.
Ennis.
Hey, David Ennis.
JJ.
Oh, there he goes. Oh, now I'm gonna have to bow out. After
Oh my goodness. What happened?
that one
Bye,
here.
Mike. Bye,
I won't-
Mike. Bye, bye, Dave.
Th- Thanks for saying hi.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
I don't know what just happened here.
I gotta go now. See ya.
Jeez.
I didn't touch anything, and
It's Hangouts trying to destroy itself.
Yeah.
Is what
yeah,
it is.
it just jumped back and said, welcome to Hangout. You know what it looks like. And I had to check the box and say, okay.
I don't know what it looks like.
Oh yeah, you're the king of the castle. That's
I'm
right.
always on this side of it.
Yeah.
Hey, Drop.
I don't
Man,
know what the hell that was about.
PV has such a great history, and I never gave him credit back in the early days.
Hi, Dave.
Responding to kind of drops thing, but they really, I mean, they made copies of a lot of the great tube amps, and I mean they came very close back in the 70s. People like Leonard Skinner were using them and everything. They didn't get the credit that they deserved, and they were really high quality amps for a good price.
Mm-hmm.
From the 70s through the 80s, and maybe the 80s were a little bit of a downtime when they switched to solid state, but certainly when EVH, when Ed came on board, they and the 5150s were a huge hit.
Well, I mean, when he
Yeah.
came aboard, they saw dollar signs, and that's what drove all the prices up. And of course, Eddie Van Halen's going to drive prices up no matter what he uses.
Mhm. But yeah, I mean, everybody used PVs. Everybody's used PV, everything from PA to guitar amps, bass amps, and everything. And man, I thought they were great when I was using them in garage bands back in the 90s. But they made a lot of great tube amps in the 70s, and even the solid state stuff was, I mean, high powered and it sounded great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my first
Yeah,
real
absolutely.
amplifier. My first. Dave, can you hear
What
me?
do we got? What do we got?
Oh, Dave can't hear me.
Hey, Dave.
Ask if he can hear me.
David.
Dave,
Yeah.
can you hear Johnny?
No, I don't hear Johnny.
Oh, God.
Jesus. Ugh.
You gotta be kidding me.
Is
Johnny, you're right. The Hangouts is trying to self-destroy themselves.
Google, you
It's gonna-
suck.
It's got to be because Dave never had that issue before.
Mm-hmm. And it's not just him. It's not just him. I've seen other programs where they're having the same issues.
Well, I mean,
So-
it may be the operating system that Dave's using on. I don't know what kind of computer he's using or whatever, but
It's
Hello,
got
Dave.
a Mac.
It's-
A Mac. I don't know.
I'm using
Although-
Mac, and I never had the problem.
Yeah. Hey, Dave.
I'm using a Chromebook
Yeah,
nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm just not gonna. Once I go to the chat, usually something fucks up, so I'm not gonna go.
Hi, Dave.
We'll
Can-
relay it to you if there's anything for you, Dave.
Okay, thanks.
Can you hear all of us?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right.
Mm-hmm. What was I saying?
I couldn't hear you.
Oh,
You-
my first real amplifier. Well, I'll tell you exactly. My first amp was a crate. It was like a small. Actually, I still have it. It's over there. It's like
Right over there. Grab it.
it's
Grab
like
it. Yeah, come on.
1x10.
Don't tease crate us.
yeah,
1 by
yeah. It's
12.
like a 110.
Johnny, you changed guitars again. Guitars and
Huh?
necks
Did I?
behind you.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to change.
That's
change,
great.
Change stuff up.
I love it. Johnny's background's always morphing.
It's got a different couch.
It's dynamic. Yeah, right.
It's not
Changes
Johnny.
everything. You got a
It's
different
not Johnny.
toaster.
It's the chickens. The chickens are running and changing crap on them. They want their eggs back.
Slightly
Yeah.
different EVH sign.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Drop says their first amp was a Fender tube amp. Oh, awesome. Awesome. So no, my first amp was a crate. It's called like a G. I don't know. GT 110 or I don't know.
G10.
A G10 maybe. I had that, and then my first real amp after that was a PV Stereo Chorus 212.
Nice.
And had built-in effects. Like you would just turn a knob and you'd be like reverb, 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 delay, 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 reverb. And the thing got loud. The thing was
loud amps.
super loud. Solid. It was solid state. Yep. That was my first real
those
amp.
PV212s. I think I probably went through three or four of those. The PV212s and even the practice ones. My very first one was like a 15-watt, probably 8-inch speaker. No reverb, just a straight ahead.
The Dog Pa says his first amp was a Dual Showman in '75. I don't know that amp.
Dual Showman, is that a Fender?
Fender, yeah.
Fender?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My first amp was a Gorilla. Very small. A very cheap amp. And then my second amp was a PV Bandit 65.
A Bandit, yeah.
Which is the 112 version of what Johnny had.
Wow.
Nice. My first amp was Pig Nose.
Oh, yeah.
I had one of those too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had one of those. That was a toy.
Yeah.
Cool little toy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then I graduated to a PV Studio Pro. You remember those?
Whoa.
What was that? What was in that, Michael?
I don't remember. I was so long ago. My father got that for me for my birthday.
Was it a combo?
Yeah. No. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I wish I still had the damn thing. I sold it for I don't know what. Just 'cause my father got it for me. That was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. You guys were talking about all the PV different amps and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I had a PV bass for about a minute. I had a PV. It was called a Fury, I think.
Fury.
PV Fury bass, and then
I've seen those. Yeah.
and then a little bass amp. It was like a 112 or whatever. And I ended up trading those in for my first Kramer.
Really?
Which was this neck. Well, the body is right there.
Really
Yeah, the
Focus?
Focus 1000. Focus 1000. I traded back the PV bass and amp for the Kramer Focus 1000 back in 1989.
In my when I was in my first couple of years of college, we had a couple of instruments that were just owned by the college or by the the music program, and they had a Japanese Fender with a locking tremolo. The one that who was showing that was it Showman that was showing them a couple of weeks ago? Those Japanese Fenders.
Contemporary.
Yeah,
Snickers.
I had one of those, and then there was a PV bass as well. That was actually, I mean, it was a good instrument. It was and they had a nice Tama drum set as well. But just remembering those, like especially that PV bass, I used that quite a bit.
You still have it?
Well, that was owned by the music program, so I used it when I was there, and when I didn't bring my instrument, but it was just like the spare instrument. But it was a good bass anyway. The first PV sort of aside from an amp, the first PV guitar that I played.
You guys have to look how cute this dog is with her tongue
Oh
out.
my God, yeah.
Ridiculous. That's gonna be a thumbnail, Johnny. Look at that little.
She's happy tonight. Man.
That is awesome.
Is Desiree there tonight, or is it just you?
She's in bed. She's sleeping.
Yeah. John Bolware, what is it? He said his first amp was a web bass amp, early 1980s. This is cool. Everybody's old amps. First amp.
Yeah.
Douglas Bedore, Cube 20.
Who's got the popcorn going is what I want to know.
No, that's the dryer. I'm drying my work clothes.
Okay.
I gotta wash my stuff so I can go back out. Hal Face, his first one was a PV Backstage 30.
Yeah, I had my first PV. I loved the sound of it. It was. I eventually made it into a little rack unit. I took like an old whatever it was, like an old stereo with like a wooden case, and it fit perfectly. So I put like I took, obviously it was a combo, and I took the little, like the circuitry out of it, or like the faceplate and the electronics, and put it into like a little rack mount case, and
Cool.
I used that for years because it just had such a great tone. I think it was a 15-watt. It wasn't a Bandit. It was a Backstage or something, like it was but it had a great sound.
Oh, Dave, by the way, congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Awesome. So happy for you and Desiree, man.
Yeah, me too. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Jason Pettit says his first real amp was a 72 Super Reverb.
Awesome.
Nice.
So how many of you guys inherited an amp, or how many of you guys just went out and bought some of these amps? I know a lot of the guys that I was, in high school growing up and playing with, a lot of their dads had some great 60s and 70s amps, some of the Fender classics and stuff like that. But I never inherited an amp myself, but
that's a good question.
Neither have I. I never inherited one, but
I know, like Ben Coombs inherited his dad's Telecaster and some of his equipment and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's, a lot of people are lucky enough to have that, and I inherited my dad's stereo system, his Sansui stereo, which was amazing.
Sansui, wow.
Yeah, it was an amazing stereo. God, solid state from the 70s. He got it in Vietnam when he was in Vietnam. He bought it in Vietnam, and I guess he shipped it over here, or maybe he bought it with his Vietnam money, but I don't know how it worked. But I know it was from his time out there.
The Dog Paw says my stepkid is going to inherit a 58 Bassman. Wow.
Nice.
oh wow, 410.
Wow.
Is it a 410 Tweed Bassman?
Oh, that's badass.
Let me know if it is, because I can't read.
It's like a 40 watt.
Yeah, they're 40
combo.
watts. Is it a 410? That's amazing. Those amps they're a bazillion dollars these days.
Let's look in the Fender book and see what it says.
Yeah, it's 40 watts, 410s, Tweed amp.
I guess it's just guitars. Doesn't have any of the amps. So
that was Fender's answer to the Marshall Bluesbreaker amp.
Oh, okay.
So 58's not the year, is it?
Yeah, 1958. Yeah.
So Marshall had an amp.
Oh,
in
I'm
58?
sorry. The other way around. The Bluesbreaker was the answer to.
Okay. No, the Marshall was the answer to the Bluesbreaker.
Yes, I'm so sorry. The Marshall was the answer to the
Bassman.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Avery.
The Bassman was intended for bass originally, but
Yes.
guitarists really took to it, right?
Yep. Yeah, because it broke up nicely.
Mm-hmm.
And it was
Simon Williams says hello to everybody. He's over in Italy, I think, jamming.
Wow.
Wow. Awesome, man. David Ennis. This thumbs up is for you. Yeah, I was going to say real quick.
Yeah, quick, Johnny. We don't have time. So
Yeah, let's go. Come on.
What was I going to say? That PV bass amplifier that I had for like a minute. I used to play my guitar through that, and it sounded great. Great for clean. It was a great clean sound.
it had a TKO 80 was the bass amp that I originally had. The PV TKO 80, which was a 15-inch speaker with an 80 watt solid state. But I used that for years. Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
nice crunch.
Thank you.
Wow. We tried to
Does Fender's Sun amp ring a bell? Trying to find a picture of it. Fender's Sun amp.
Sun.
Sun was an amplifier company from the 60s. John Entwistle used Sun.
Yeah,
and, through the 70s and 80s.
Fender recently bought Sun, so it's probably a newer amp.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's looking online, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Is Snickers sleepy?
Is he sleepy? No, well, I don't know if she's sleepy. But she was laying down.
She's getting some loving. She's like, this is all good right now. Oh,
It's not the loving, it's the TV. It's being on TV.
Oh, okay.
The exposure.
Yeah.
She's ready for her close up. Look at that face.
Man.
She's a sweetie, man.
Snickers.
Yeah, she's absolutely good. She's the love of my life. I love this dog.
Oh yeah.
Cutie.
Hi, everybody. Hi. Hi.
Those beautiful, beautiful eyes.
Hi, Snickers. Hi. She's looking at me saying,
Did you see the wink you just got?
You winked
Wow.
at me.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
no.
the screenshot right there.
There you go. I got a wink from Snickers on live. That is awesome. Now, next time I go to Dave's house, the dog will attack me and rip my throat out.
And then wink.
And then wink, exactly. Now, she's a sweetheart, man. Oh, that's good stuff.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Now she's being shy.
Oh, man.
The dog paw says got his first guitar around 74, a 4-pickup red Teisco, T-I-E.
Yeah, Teisco Del Rey.
Teisco Del Rey.
That's what Eddie had, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You still have that dog paw?
Those are cool. A lot of the old Japanese 60s guitars are really cool.
You know, a company just came out with a reissue of that guitar. The Music Zoo has a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Spectrum 5s?
Yeah.
Like the ones that Eddie used in the Finish What You Started music video.
Exactly. Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Weren't they fiberglass or like a non-wood kind of, or a wood composite, something like that?
I think they were wood. I played one. I played an original. I played a blue one. I played a blue one like 20 something years ago. Didn't plug it in, but
yeah, as long as you, like I said, as long as you can tune it up and you can get it, into a playable state, then it's a great guitar, no matter what kind of sound it makes.
Well, I mean, it's all about the sound.
Absolutely.
I mean, the guitar, that's all it's about. It's gonna have
its own personality. Well, regardless, if you can get it tuned up and
plays
set up
great,
properly,
sounds like crap, but it plays great.
I could do any.
What do you consider sounds like crap?
Like crap.
What do you consider sounds like crap? I mean, that if it has a 60 hertz hum, then yeah, you can get rid of that. But
why would you want
if
to?
the pickups are too warm, or the pickups are too hot, or the pickups are too trebly, I mean, there's always like that place. There's a place for that guitar somewhere.
You go,
you know what I mean?
Around that too.
Yeah, you can work around it, and you can always find a place for that guitar as long as you can set it up and it can stay in tune, and it doesn't, have a horrible electronics problem. Then it's a good guitar.
Yeah,
that's as far as I'm concerned.
Especially if you record it, because it's what if you want a severely like AM radio sounding guitar.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's gonna that will be it.
There's always a place for it. There's always a place for any of those.
Well, these yeah, I know. I mean, but as far as like if you want, what do you say, AM radio sounding guitar, that can be done with anything with filters these days.
If the guitar's particular problem is that it has that kind of electronic sound and that kind of problem, then it might be cool to use that direct and not have to deal with the EQing in the post production and just get it because it's that guitar's sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But when you know when you go to like a high end studio, or you go to like, you know, a place where they have, you know, guitars, it's all about the tone of the guitar.
Sure.
For recording,
Yeah.
even if it hurts to play, as long as you can get those notes out of it that you need,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But you know, the other way around, yeah, you know, if guitars, you know, play great and sound great, but like what I was saying though is those 60s Tasco Del Reys and K's and Kent's, and there's like a million
Silver tones.
different names for those guitars. Well, those are a little different. But but there's a billion of like guitars that all look the same with all different names on the top,
Right.
all from Japan, and they're cool. They're really cool guitars.
Well, the only thing you can trademark in the guitar is a headstock. So that's why there's a billion Fender Strat bodies out there. The headstock is you can trademark. The rest have at it.
Yeah.
Again.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Well, yeah, you know, the Strat is the perfect guitar body. You know, the way
according to what?
The way it's shaped. It's the most comfortable guitar.
Yeah.
Period.
I mean, it is a perfect shape. I mean,
Yeah, they knocked it out of the park when they came up with that, man. It is comfortable. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
That's why it is the way it is.
I mean, even this is considered a Strat.
Sure. Just, I mean, it really is just when you get down to it, it's a slight variation on this shape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Before this shape, what was before this shape?
Telecaster.
Yeah, Telecaster first.
The Telecaster was the
Right.
first shape.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What wasn't the? I'd have to look it up, but somebody had a shape similar to this before the Strat came out. I'm gonna have to look that up and see. But I seem to remember that somebody had a guitar similar to this before the Strat came out. Give me a minute, and I'll check that out.
Ask John BL.
Yeah. I'll check.
Go in the bathroom. Look in the mirror.
John BL's like our Google. He's like our Google. We don't have to Google crap.
Say it 3 times.
Yeah.
Everybody say Nightbot 3 times.
Nightbot.
RJ, welcome, man. Everybody, RJ's in the house.
Yeah, hello everybody in the chat room, man. Cool. Thanks for hanging out. It's awesome.
Yes, everybody. We got 58 people watching, 25 thumbs ups. Let's see if we can get
Gotta get more than that, man. That's half of what we're watching. Come on.
get a few more.
This is what I was thinking of: the Travis Bixby guitar from 1948. Had a kind of a Strat headstock with a Gibson sort of body.
Oh, I've seen that. The Merle Travis.
Yeah.
Merle Travis, yeah.
Sick. Yeah.
That's the one I was thinking of, I think.
I'd play that.
It's a cool looking guitar. But it really had, I mean, that's the CBS Fender headstock pretty much. You know, the late 60s, 70s sort of Fender headstock.
Wow.
Which book is that in, John?
19 built in 47 or 48. This is the Ultimate Guitar book.
I have that book.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a great book.
How many of the pages are stuck together?
Several.
Now I got to buy another book. John's spending all my money on books.
Yeah, Michael, you got the Rock Hardware book, huh?
Yep.
Oh, Michael, you got that Van Halen trivia book? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I didn't get that.
I'm telling you, it's good stuff.
I actually looked online for that. And they were paying me to take.
I have the only copy.
Do we have more trivia from that?
I literally paid $5 for it.
Dave, were you here
Yes.
that night when we read through
Yes,
that?
I wanted to leave.
That's why you left.
God.
Crack that thing open, man.
Let's see.
Oh, here we go. Now watch the viewership, Plunk.
Which was the first #1 album that Eddie Van Halen played on?
Oh, I know. Let's see if the chat knows. Do you guys know?
What was the question?
Which
Well-
was the first #1 album that Eddie played on?
I know it. Think I do.
I know.
This is question number 1333.
It's kind of a the question. It's kind of a weird. There you go. Alface.
Yeah, that's correct.
Right?
Yep.
Yep. There, yeah. See, even that question was kind of worded kind of weird, wasn't it?
You know what? Read one. Throw one out there that you think will stump everybody.
Just give me a good number. I mean, because I haven't gone through this. I don't know, but I mean, I should highlight the best one.
777.
7's a good. That's a good. I think we probably did that one, but
Did we?
that's right. Maybe 777. What was the title of the live album Sammy recorded with Neil Schon, bassist Kenny Aronson, and drummer Michael Shreve in '84? What was the title of their live album? It was Hagar, Aronson, Schon, Shreve.
That I know.
Hagar, Schon, Aronson, Shreve.
Say that 10 times fast.
I know
Yeah.
that.
It was a terrible name of that band, but a good band anyway. What was the name of their live album, Dave?
The concert.
That's not what I got here.
Really?
Through the Fire was the name of their live album, apparently.
Well, the
80
the MTV concert was called The Concert, so I thought that was it.
Really? They had an MTV special?
Yes.
Man, I remember. Yeah, I bought that cassette long ago, and I'd probably listened to 2 or 3 songs and then shut it off.
Oh my gosh.
What?
At the time, I mean, God, I wasn't going to listen to that kind of stuff.
I can't.
It was a little bit of a departure for Sammy. I mean, it was more of a, well, with like what was it? What's his name? Hagar, Sean, Neil Schon, and it was kind of a different than any of the guitarists that Sammy had played with at that time. I don't know. He's very like more of a almost jazz, or the Journey stuff was
like he kind of sounded like the guy in Journey.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Michael Shreve was a Journey. I don't know if he was ever in Journey, but he was. He played with Neil Schon in Santana for several years, and they were all alums from Santana. I don't know about Aronson. I don't know what Aronson's biography was, but Sean and
Billy Squire.
Okay, Sean and Shreve were both from Santana.
Shreve.
I thought Shreve was great. I mean, from
Shreve and Company, isn't that a jewelry? Maybe that's him.
Could be
Shreve and Company. I hear those commercials all the time on the radio.
Is that a local jewelry company?
It might be. There's that and the Diamond Center.
Nassar Jewelers or
in Walnut Creek.
Demula's Jewelers in this area.
Dave, how's your other pooch doing?
She's good. She's sleeping in the bedroom. She's on her bed.
Cool.
Yeah, they're both good.
She's getting up there now.
Yeah, Brandy's 11 and this one's 10.
Wow.
Oh, why'd you fart? Why did you fart? Did I hold you too tight?
You squeezed a fart out of her.
John Bulwer has an interesting question. Anybody know who wrote the song I Think I Love You by the Partridge Family? I would say like a Neil Diamond or something like that.
Neil Diamond or Glenn Campbell?
Yeah.
Google it, man. That's a good question.
Partridge Family, or who's the other writing team from the late '60s? The Boyce and Hart. They wrote a lot of the Monkey stuff, the early Monkey stuff. Boyce and Hart.
Tony Romeo.
Was it?
Yep.
It?
Tony Romeo popped up. Yep.
Sonny Bono.
There you go.
Yeah, the Circle released their album yesterday, I think, right?
Mhm.
Anyone listen to it yet?
I haven't.
Yeah, I mean, I bought the I guess it was the second Chickenfoot album. It was. I listened to it for a couple days, and it's hard when these bands, the Circle or any of the. I mean, I heard a new Stones, Rolling Stones tune the other day, and it was listenable and it was good, but it's just these days when these bands that have been around for 50 years, it's hard for them to find something new, and it's hard for them to find something that could be a real hit. And I could almost guarantee the Stones are never going to put out another hit, and Sammy Hagar's never going to put out another hit. Say that again.
Something that grabs you from the beginning. Something that grabs you. Yeah, that's why
they've made their contribution, and
oh yeah,
it's great that they're still putting out music, but they're not going to put out another hit.
I agree.
Who?
Well,
Sonny and Cher?
Yeah.
They're never putting a hit out.
Sammy Hagar, the Rolling Stones, some of these.
Come on.
That was rotten. I'm sorry.
Babe?
No, we're talking about like the Rolling Stone. We're talking about the Circle just put an album out, right? And talking about bands that have been around for a long time, or musicians have been around for a long time, and they've contributed to to rock and roll history. They put a lot of big hits out there.
Well,
how many come up with the new hits, right?
That's
how many times has that happened? When has that happened? It has happened. When a retiring musician has come out with a hit. Look at Johnny Cash when he came out with or maybe it was MTV that really helped it. But just before he died, he came out with Typo Negative. Was it not Typo?
It was Nine Inch Nails.
Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah, doing the covers.
Yeah,
that was amazing, and it was just such a great tune, and it just fit perfectly for that time, and great send off for him.
Mm-hmm. I saw them in well, I didn't see Johnny Cash. I saw Nine Inch Nails. Actually, I was teaching guitar lessons to this kid, and this kid is like, "Hey, I got an extra ticket to go see Nine Inch Nails. Do you want to go?" So I ended up driving me and this kid.
Cool.
This was a while back. I ended up taking.
90s.
Well, no, it was.
I saw 9 Inch Nails in the 90s, man. They were good.
It was probably like 13 years ago, or it was what album? I forget. They put out a record
in 2000 sometime
in 2006 or 2005 or 6 somewhere, or 4, one of those. And and my guitar student, he's like, Johnny, do you want to? He's like, you want to go see Nine Inch Nails? And so he's like, I have a ticket. So I end up taking this kid to the show at Oakland Coliseum, the place where Van Halen's Unchained was filmed. Right.
That would have been 2005, Johnny. The name of the album was With Teeth.
With Teeth. Yes.
Right.
Yeah. There we go. So I ended up taking him to the show, and we're
the live With Teeth tour.
Yeah. And that show was so loud.
Wow.
I was like this the entire show, and if you didn't know any of the songs, the whole show was just a blur. You wouldn't have known what anything was because it was freaking. That's
right.
all. That's all. That's all it was. But
Electronica.
It was funny though. It was funny because we were walking through the, you know how you walk in circles around the arena, right? Before you go in, right? And my singer from my previous band walks past us, and she didn't see me, and I don't know if we were actually talking to each other back then, so I didn't say hi, but we're friends now though. Again,
so with
I I always liked Nine Inch Nails. That was good stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
If they put in 10 years or 20 years when they play again, it'll be without teeth.
with dentures.
With
Yeah.
dentures.
Yeah.
With implants.
With gums.
With gums. Have gums will travel.
Man, but what you guys were saying though, when I jumped back in, you were talking about how the Rolling Stones and bands like that, you know, how rare it is for them to have a new hit, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, when you're a band, when you're a legendary rock band like that, you go on tour, you know, yeah, the diehards want to hear the new stuff, but everybody else, they want to hear those old songs.
Sure.
That's all they want to hear.
Well, it's like Van Halen with A Different Kind of Truth. They played, 4 songs off that album through the tour? The 2012 tour, anyway?
I know they did Tattoo,
She's a Woman, Chinatown, and what else? A couple of one-offs. Like
I think they did Blood and Fire like once or something.
Yeah, once.
I saw that. I remember I saw that.
It was cool. I mean, I saw the bootleg from that. Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
Where did you said you saw the Live with Teeth tour 2005? Where did you say you saw them?
Me?
Nine Inch Nails.
Me? Oakland.
Well,
yeah. What date was that?
I see San Francisco, the Warfield. I don't see Oakland though. Denver, Chicago, Toronto, Boston.
It was not the Warfield.
Not on that tour. Indo, Coachella.
It wasn't Coachella.
Yeah, Fresno at the William Surian Theater.
It wasn't. No, it was Oakland Coliseum. Well, then maybe it wasn't that one.
They don't have that date.
Maybe it was the one. It was the tour before that.
Be right back.
See you, Dave.
With Teeth? I had that album though.
Did you?
Yeah. Maybe it was the one before that, but it was definitely it was Oakland. It was
the other
Oakland
industrial band that really broke. Ministry. Was it Ministry?
Ministry. I saw them too.
Yeah, I like them. I mean, at the time, God, the mid '90s, that was great stuff.
Yeah.
This really, I mean, I think the Woodstock '94 and '99. They had some couple of big shows, at least through those 2 shows, anyway.
Johnny, was it and all that could have? That's what I'm reading.
Okay, and all that could maybe that was the album.
Yeah.
Oh,
and all that could have been. I'm sorry, all that could have been.
Okay, maybe that was the record, and then
2002.
2002 was the record.
The album, yeah.
Was the album? So maybe the tour was 2003, 2004.
Could be. I mean, they tour a lot. You're doing a world tour. Sometimes you come around again.
Well, I was the singer that walked by me. We were in a band from 2002 to 2005. So it would have been after 2005 because we weren't in the band anymore by that point. So it would have been 2005, maybe. I'm thinking. John Boulware. Yeah. You noticed. Steel Wheels album. Yeah, Brett. I remember thinking Steel Wheels was going to be it for them. That's what they made it sound like.
All right.
That was like the last.
November 19th, Johnny. At the Oakland Arena.
What year?
2005.
2005. Okay, that's when I saw them.
And they played with
With Teeth.
Queens of the Stone Age and
that's right.
Autolux.
Autolux? Stone Age is pretty good. I never saw them.
Yeah, well, apparently I did see them, and yeah, I do remember thinking they were good. Queens of the Stone Age. Yeah, I was more into them.
They got some good tunes.
Yeah.
I mean, how bad? I mean, of course they were good. Dave Grohl was their drummer
in the band.
Was he really?
Queens, yeah. Dave Grohl was the drummer.
I forget that, but I always forget that.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
On the record?
Yeah, he was.
He joined that band and left the Foo Fighters.
I did not know that. That's awesome. I did not know that.
I don't know. I don't know if he was there when I saw them.
Talk about a multi-talented dude, man. Dave Grohl, wow.
Let's see. He was in the band from Dave Grohl. He was in for Songs of the Deaf, one of their albums, and Like Clockwork. So 2 of their albums he was on.
So wait, so if he left Foo Fighters, who was playing drums? Or
there was no Foo Fighters.
He wasn't even the drummer. He was the guitar player.
Yeah,
he is Foo Fighters.
Yeah, that's one of those bands where you can't replace.
Yeah, no. If he goes, Foo Fighters gone.
You can't replace the main guy in that band.
No.
But if Dave Grohl wants to play on your album, you make time for him. You know, if he wants to tour with you, you make time for it.
Phone rings. Yes. Hi, Dave? No, you can play in my band. Click. It's good. That's called career suicide.
That's another good question. Musicians who changed instruments throughout their career. I mean, Dave Grohl played drums for Nirvana in the early days and switched right away to guitar, and that doesn't. I mean, that's not. I mean professionally that. Eddie drums professionally.
Man, that dude's had the ultimate. Is that it?
Grohl.
The ultimate. Oh, laundry's done.
Yeah, yep.
Oh, my time is up. It's like, yeah, I think guys, it's like, what I really think. Oh, I guess my time is up, everybody. No, Dave Grohl. Whoa.
The hell's going on now?
No. But Dave Grohl, he's had the ultimate musical career to go from a band like Nirvana, who's playing drums. I mean, hey, who doesn't want to be a drummer? I wish I was a drummer.
Yeah.
To go from that to fronting your own band, it's
and a kick-ass band at that.
Well, I think, what was it? Nirvana. Kurt Cobain died in '94, I believe, and the first Foo Fighters album was 95, 96. So I mean,
it was right after,
right away. Yeah, pretty much right
after that. It was right after that. I mean, it's possible he was cooking that up, behind the scenes.
Could have been.
Whatever happened to Chris Novoselic?
Who the hell is that?
The bass player. The bass player.
Well, he made an appearance on Foo Fighters record in I don't know which one it is. The one before this.
Charity. Was it?
I don't know what the name of it was.
I'm just. Yeah, I mean
he looks like somebody who would have ran for office or something.
Yeah.
After that, like maybe he's on a board somewhere.
I hope he, I'm sure he could live off the residuals from that. My God, the what do you call it? The
residuals,
back payments. What are they called? The
royalties.
Royalties.
Yeah, I'm sure he's doing fine.
Well, it depends on what the
the contract's written
I don't think he wrote those songs. So
right.
That's why Courtney Love is still Courtney Love because of Nirvana's publishing.
Did she get the bulk of that? She inherited most of that?
I would think, Frances Beane. No relation, although I wish. I would think Frances Beane definitely has all that, Man. Yeah. I've always loved Nirvana. I've always been a huge fan of theirs, and I was a fan of.
Have you seen them? Did you see them? I didn't. I regret it. I didn't.
I never saw them. Although I do have a story to tell you. which you guys have probably heard. Although we shouldn't really get into it too much because it's kind of weird. But no, I never saw Nirvana. But a friend of mine, a friend of my sister's. How would he see? The thing is, I still don't understand how this guy knows this. Okay, it's on the internet now. You guys can find it. But back in 1993 or 94 somewhere, this friend of one of my sisters, my sisters were punk rockers at the time, so we always had punk rockers at the house all the time. And this one punk rock dude comes up to me, and he's like, "Johnny, I heard you love Van Halen. Well, did you know that Eddie Van Halen was at a Nirvana show last night?" And he was asking Kurt Cobain if he could play on stage with them. And this guy's telling me this. And I'm like, wow, that's cool. I mean, this is before the internet, 94, 93 or whatever. And so I didn't know what the guy was talking about, but I don't understand how this guy knew this, because years later, Pat Smear tells the same story that this guy was telling me.
That's crazy.
How Eddie Van wanted to play.
Eddie Van Halen shows up at a Nirvana gig, which I'm assuming is in LA, and he gets backstage and he's telling them, he's like, "I want to play on stage with you guys," and they didn't want him to play with them. So,
Dave Grohl certainly, I'm sure, wanted to play with him, but I don't know about Kurt.
I don't know, but yeah, I've always loved Nirvana.
Well, according to Halface, Kurt got half, and the other guys split a quarter.
Well, the other guy split a half, a quarter each.
A half. So okay, yeah, quarter.
Sounds about right. I mean,
yeah.
When Kurt threw his bass on MTV, was that the same show that Van Halen was on?
For the video of the year right now, yeah. 92, yeah. He throws his bass up in the air, and it lands on his head.
He really seriously got hurt from that too.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
Yeah, no wonder.
Broke his nose. I don't know if he may have actually broke his nose on that.
That was the year of Fart Man too, wasn't it?
Howard Stern, yeah.
Fart Man?
And Luke Perry.
Oh my God, that's right. When Stern came out, Fart Man.
He's like, "I am Fart Man."
Yeah, Cobain got half, and then he split his face in half.
Was that the one with
no.
Poison and
Dick Van Dyke, everybody.
CC DeVille messed up and they played the wrong song?
Did they?
I don't know if that's the same show. Well, he didn't mess up. He did that on purpose.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, he started playing the wrong song, and then
no, he did that on purpose because he was fighting with the singer. What's his name?
Nick. Oh yeah, what is his name?
Brittany
Fox.
Bret Michaels.
Brittany Michaels. They all should have had like girl names, if you think about it.
Well, Brett. Yeah,
Brittany and
Cece.
Cecilia.
Bobby Doll, and who's the other one?
Cecilia.
You see, Cecilia.
Ricky Rocket. Bobby Doll and Ricky Rocket, bass and drums.
It's like now you think about it, and Poison, if you see them now, it's like they're the Golden Girls, Well,
I know they still play. Does CC DeVille still play with them?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. I saw him at NAMM one year. I was on an escalator going up, and he goes walking by, and somebody next to me is like, "Oh, it's CC DeVille," and that you just saw him like, walk by in the crowd.
You should have said so.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, say what you want, but he made a name for himself.
Yeah, Dave. Last night you were saying how he writes great songs.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding. Everything I say is a shtick, man. Just you go with it.
It's jokes, right?
I'll tell you what. Speaking of shtick, tonight I watched I was just looking for something to watch, and I went on.
Speaking of sticks, guess what I was watching?
I was at iTunes, and I found a great movie, Stan and Laurel. Is that what it was called? Laurel.
Oh,
it was a
dude.
Laurel and Hardy movie. But it was John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly and
Steve Coogan.
dude.
It was a great film.
I want to see that. I saw the trailer. I'm sorry to talk over you. I saw the trailer for that. And yeah, that's something I really want to see.
What is it? Was it called Stan and Laurel, or
it's about Laurel and Hardy. It's about their whole career. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was great. Well, it was actually not really about their whole career. It starts off in the 30s when they were together and during their film career, but then it jumps to the 50s when they're kind of on their way out. Their film career is over. They're doing a tour of London, and they're they're kind of bickering between each other, and they had worked with other partners and they had worked with on other films. But they're at the end of their career, they're getting back together, and they're like brothers. I mean, they're just, they fight and they hate each other one minute, and then they're just making jokes at each other the next minute. So it's just a real like good brother, like a brother story, a brother buddy comedy almost, you could call it. Really, it's a cool movie. Yeah, it was on iTunes. I don't know if it was a Hulu or maybe a
wow.
Amazon.
That's quick then, because it was in theaters. Like I saw the trailer, like it was just released like so many months ago.
Yeah. And John C. Reilly, the makeup, I mean, he looks just like...
He looks exactly like him. I know.
I mean, and they said that about 50% of the budget was on his makeup, or on like the makeup artist that they had to hire for it. And like 50% of the time that they put into the film was on his makeup. And it looks amazing. I mean, it was a great film.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know how we got off to that, but
yeah. What's up with that? Somebody said we're boring. Come on.
Back to guitars.
So, Mike, you got a guitar to show us?
Oh, yes, I do.
Oh my goodness, we got a new guitar?
No, not a new guitar. Hold on one second before I do that, because we always love going off topic. So I'm going to do it again.
That's all we do.
Yeah, exactly. Now this is tight. Probably doesn't look it, but
are you gonna stand up? Wait a minute.
What the hell was that? You got to say something, Mike.
That's me.
Is that the washer?
That's me and two other rare employees inside the
an engine
boiler.
My God, it looks like you're in the exhaust of a car.
Yeah, if you can look like up top, I don't know if you can, right here. That's a throttle for it, and there's not a lot of room underneath it. But that's us hanging out there this week in one of the boilers. I inspected 3 of them this week.
Literally. So let's say if you're claustrophobic, is there any way you can do that?
Zero.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Not a chance. You have to maneuver yourself around. See what he's got his hand on right there? That's a pipe. Well, it's a throttle pipe, whatever. So you have to go in, you have to swing your legs down underneath there and squeeze in between this to get to this side. The only way to get in and the only way to get out. Yeah.
And does that whole kind of cavity that we're looking at, does that fill up with water eventually, and it's the boiling water?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. That fills up with water. In fact, I have a photo real quick of it from the top view to give you an idea. This is it looking in here.
Wow.
Before you get in, this is it looking in. That's what it looks
behind the scenes. Michael Smith's railroad.
So you got so like a.
That's how it looks before you get in.
So you're a model, basically.
I'm a what?
You're a model. A model. You have to keep your weight. You have to keep the same weight to be able to get in and out of those places.
I
right?
actually pride myself on that. Look, that's from the top view. That's what you got to get in.
Not everyone can get in there, man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You got to squeeze.
And that's kind of like the big kind of exhaust pipe at the top of like a steam locomotive.
No, not that part. That's basically just that's access to the main boiler. That's all that is. The exhaust is up front. It's. I mean, John, you want to get into it? I'll say the whole thing about it.
Isn't the exhaust is usually out the back, isn't it?
Not in a steam locomotive. It's backwards.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have to like hold your breath? Do you have to like suck your gut in to
There's
squeeze through?
There's a couple locomotives that I have to do that. Literally, I have to. How about this? I have to get in. There's 3 locomotives that I have to get in.
We gotta play Twister next time we're together, man.
So I'm saying, like, these are the different accesses on the top. You've got 4 different.
Well, yeah, but
exhaust, right?
That's a smokestack that you're pointing at, and then you have a sand dome on top where you put the sand in. Yeah, it's where you put the sand in.
Okay, what's the purpose of the sand?
The purpose of sand is when you're remember on a locomotive on trains, it's steel wheels.
Remember, folks. Remember.
Well, it's steel wheels on steel rail, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you need something to create traction.
Okay.
Especially they use sanders when it's raining, any kind of adverse weather to create traction. Otherwise, you're just going to slide.
Mm-hmm.
To stop. That's what sanders are for. Yeah. And then you have access in there, and I can't see you have to show a close up so I can tell what else is what we're looking at here.
Do you get in trains that actually still look like that?
Yeah. That's the one I was just in right now.
I see. So there's a headlight. There's an exhaust. I don't know what this part is. There's a bell, and then there's 2 more things on the top. I guess the sand. Where the sand would come out through these kind of on the wheels.
Yeah, down. There's literally hoses that go in the front of the wheels that drop the sand onto it.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
What
And
is
that is type A.
AT and SF, Atlantic and Sam.
What is it?
AT and SF Railroad.
AT.
AT and S. Yeah, it looks like SF. AT and SF Railroad.
I don't know. Santa Fe. No, Santa Fe is the SF. Drawing a blank on the AT.
It says Locomotive Works. What is it?
That's all under the BNSF right now. BNSF.
Baldwin Locomotive Works.
Baldwin, yeah, they made the old ones, the old steam locomotives. But that's part of my job. I do those, and then I do Amtrak, and I do passenger rail, and I do freight. So I'm all over the map.
Love it.
That's crazy.
In fact, yesterday was the 150th anniversary. We all know. Does anybody know what the Golden Spike is?
Mm-hmm. Transcontinental.
Yep, Transcontinental Railroad. When we joined east to west, that was yesterday. And if you look it up, you'll see 2 locomotives. You'll see the big boy, and then you'll see the 844. And I was inside both boilers this year for the test, for the hydrostatic test. If I can show you a photo of them real quick. That was put up by the Union Pacific, which is pretty cool. Here it is. This was done yesterday. They did a reenactment for 150 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and you can see you'll see 844, and the other one's the 4014. Has to be.
There's the original.
Yep, that's the original. Yeah, and that was done.
Very cool.
That was yesterday, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. So I told you, Johnny, I was going to sidetrack this.
No, he's gone. He's just so not interested. He's gone.
He really doesn't give a crap.
Michael, I love it though, Michael. You know that all that early industrial revolution technology was great stuff, man.
Oh, it's awesome. It blows your mind that these things are, going on 100 years old. A lot of the stuff I look at, and it's still running around.
There's a great show currently running on PBS. I think it's called Breakthroughs, and so they do from. Well, the first show was the telescope. It was basically like lenses, cameras, telescopes, everything from back into the earliest days of optics, BC, Aristotle and all, and the original Greek, inventors and stuff like that, working with optics, and then into what was it, Galileo, and the people working with the early telescopes, and then into the first photography, and so that was the first episode was telescopes. The second episode was, I think, planes. Last week was cars. They're going to do rockets. They're going to do computers. So they really go from the prehistoric.
That's awesome.
First iteration, and like optics. I mean, they talked about the pinhole camera, and back in way in literally caveman days, when they could have had a pinhole camera, and like they could have been hunting animals, and they were inside of a tent, and then a pinhole camera could have shown like a scene behind them, almost like a modern day movie. It would be reversed. But have you ever, what a camera obscura or a pinhole camera is? Have you ever heard of that, Dave or Michael?
No.
So it's the earliest sort of optic device where basically you have a room, or you have a box, and all you have is a pinhole of light. But that pinhole can project onto a rear wall of a cave or of a tent or something like that.
Really?
Just that pinhole of light, and it'll show the scene that's outside of it. It'll be upside down because of the way optics work. Light flips it. But you could, conceivably, these early, prehistoric man could have had these sort of not necessarily entertainment, but they could have had like, a shaman could have been showing pictures from, something going on outside, a hunt or something going on, and you could watch it on the wall behind you of a tent or a cave or something. I'm getting way off track.
That's crazy, man. That's cool. I dig this.
The earliest optics, the earliest kind of theatrical entertainment that you could possibly think of. But they could actually, you can make a camera obscura or a pinhole camera. I remember we made them back in elementary school.
I was just gonna say they did that in school. I remember that.
Yeah, and you just get a box, and and you can, depending, the more the more light that you eliminate, and you just get a pinhole of light, you can really get a nice projection. It's a natural lens, and it's a natural projection on the back of whatever, if you're in a box, or if it's in a box, or if it's in a room, or I remember the Bloodhound. You guys ever watched 3-2-1 Contact on PBS long ago?
Yeah.
3-2-1 Contact. Come on.
They had that song. It was like
Bloodhound.
3,
Yeah,
2,
exactly.
1, Contact.
And then
I remember that. Yes, yeah.
They had the Bloodhound Gang was there.
Put it in the Discord.
The Bloodhound Gang was like, they had the little the little short science team that would
Douglas,
go out.
come on. It's like Porky's.
Anyway, yeah. So I'm getting way off, but yeah. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I've researched like the history of optics and cinema. You look way back, and I mean, in prehistoric times, they had their own version of it, and it's kind of.
You would never think that, really, right?
Right. Yeah. Anyway.
All right, let's bring this back to guitars. Dave, I'm going to pull out that guitar you're talking about, so give me a minute.
Sure.
I'm gonna take a little break. I'll be back.
It's just you.
Hello.
Oh man.
Me and I have a pimple on the back of my head. Man, that hurts.
A pickle?
Pimple on the back of my head. Yeah.
Ouch.
Fucking kills.
JR. Yeah, the 3-2-1 Contact. I don't even know what that is. I remember that song when I was like in 4th grade or something, where they pull out the activity, the activity center with the TV and the VCR on it, and that's what you're seeing. 49 people watching. Hey, let us know where you're watching from tonight. What state and city? I'll do mine here.
All right, I'll do mine.
There we go. There we go. That's me. Long Island, New York. That's David Nesdall.
Yes. Absolutely.
One of the stars of 3-2-1 Contact went on to star in a bit role in 48 Hours.
Huh.
You mean the movie? Oh, hey, JJ. JJ's here. California. Mad Dog is in Ontario.
Ontario,
John.
right?
John's from Milwaukee. Thomas Santiago. Thomas, thanks again, man. You rock, dude.
Buffalo, New York. You may as well be in Canada. Jeez, that's high. That's up there.
Jason is in Cranbrook, British Columbia. Halface, they went to a Kiss concert on 3-2-1 Contact.
Cool.
Wow, that's cool. When would that have been? In the early 80s? When was that show? I remember that music. I remember that song, but I'm thinking it has to be, when I was a little kid.
I don't remember it at all.
You never saw that?
No.
I'm thinking it was like one of those PBS things or something. Oh, John, thank goodness you're back.
What are we talking about? PBS?
I don't know. 3-2-1 Contact.
Oh God, yeah.
What was it? What channel was that, and when was it?
PBS. It was in the early '80s. And,
Okay.
And, one of the other ones I remember from that was Kiss. They had a whole behind the scenes of a Kiss tour.
Somebody was just saying that.
That was the one that I remember. Yeah, they went to a Kiss concert.
Half Ace was just talking about that.
Yeah,
Is that online? Can we put that in the Discord?
It is. Let's see.
Man, you guys, I'm telling you,
It was cool as hell.
The Discord is where we put all this cool stuff we talk about. That's where we put it, in the Discord.
Now, is it half face or is it half face? Half ace.
That's the question.
There it is. That's the Kiss show from 1979.
Oh my God.
1979.
Wow.
Oh, I've seen that. I saw that on YouTube.
It looks like Fresno. Looks like Oakland. The mirror ball.
I can't right now.
Iceman.
Dude, come on.
But it's cool. I mean,
You don't wear headphones.
You're hurting my dog's ears.
Oh,
Oh. Oh man. Oh my gosh.
oh gosh.
All those overtones, man. And wow.
We were in
behind the scenes, the lighting guy talking about and go spotlights and all that, and pyro and go, and
Yeah.
Oh,
I've seen that.
I remember that. I remember seeing that
recently. I saw that recently. I'm thinking that was on oh yeah, there you go. You're looking at that on Facebook, huh?
No, YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. What's YouTube?
What's YouTube? It's YouTube is a video sharing site that was created back in 2005. Now owned by Google.
Did you know that YouTube, when YouTube first started, it was actually made to be like a dating site? That's what it originally was.
Is that right?
I think.
It worked for me.
A video dating site?
that's a good point, Dave.
Years later, it's still.
Gotta love that.
Absolutely, man.
Oh my gosh.
So let me start off with this real quick, Dave. What I'm doing, I'm showing off my oh damn it, Ernie Ball Music Man. Axis guitar that I got from Japan. And what the hell was it? This is the actual receipt, which is pretty cool. It's in Japanese.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean that's nuts. So you can convert the yen to dollar and figure out what the guy paid when he bought it.
What year was that?
I'm looking for it right now.
I'd
You
been-
might have to get Mully on.
Yeah, where's Molly?
Yeah. I don't see the year, but it was. I don't know. I'm not sure of the year. It's fate 07, it looks like. 6/24/07, it looks like. Yep. And the yen was 173,460. So convert that to dollar bill, y'all.
Dollars. Yeah. Good luck with that.
And then it came with this too, Dave, the warranty.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Here, yeah. Let's
It's in Japanese.
let's do that. Look at that. Oh, cool.
Michael, was it made in Japan, or were the Music Mans were made in America? Right.
This
Most of them?
this was the surplus.
The Axis were made in Japan, right?
Yeah, but this was a surplus from the original. Dave, give him the story. You
Well, basically, when Eddie Van Halen left Music Man, they had a bunch of bodies and necks left over.
Mhm.
They sent them to Japan for them to sell there. And they kept making them in Japan for a while. So they are exact Eddie Van Halen Music Man guitars without the signature on top, sold to the Japanese public.
Yeah, I remember seeing them on the market in the mid '90s, and significantly cheaper than the Eddie Van Halen models, but they looked exactly this. I mean,
Well, they are. They're exactly the same. Everything about them is exactly
at
the
the
same.
time they certainly weren't advertising that it was
Right.
that, but it's good to know that's the case at the end. You know, you can get some accesses for a good price.
Yeah.
and here's a manual for it.
That'll be good. That'll be good reading material in the bathroom for me.
Oh, I thought he said Emmanuel. There's like 20 of those films.
Oh God, Emmanuel.
Do you ever see those?
He wasn't even pretty.
Those Emmanuel movies?
Yeah.
I've not seen the Manuel movies.
You know,
live, John. And it comes with an extra spring too that they pop.
Oh.
Does it have a Music Man case? What kind of case comes with it?
The case it came with was a soft case. So.
Oh.
Nice package.
Well, it came with a soft case, not hard.
Well, what happens if you play with the case? Does it get hard?
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
It's a nice case though. That's a nice gig bag.
Yeah. Oh shit!
Go on, Michael. Let's see you make it hard. Put it in there.
Oh God.
And there it is when it's hard.
He's sacking my guitar.
Wood, baby, there's your wood.
Sacking the guitar. Now I have to play that thing.
Oh my God. That's going right to Dave.
Well, that's the truth. It is.
Yeah.
Well, Michael, that's an Axis. That's not an EVH. That's an Axis, correct? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Just
Very
like
cool.
you said.
I wish I had bought an Axis back in the day because they were.
Well, it's not the same Axis you're thinking of. This is an Axis EX. It's an actual Eddie Van Halen. The switch
okay.
in the same spot that the Eddie Van Halens were in.
But you could get those in the mid '90s for $500, right? I mean, that was no,
never,
not
no.
the Axis that I was thinking of.
No.
The Music Mans.
Mm-mm. No, the you know, $1,200 around there, 11, maybe even 1,000, but never that little.
Give me a minute. My dogs are barking. I gotta let them out. Give me a minute.
Sure.
Boing.
Crazy, man. Oh my gosh. Wow. 50 people watching us? Yeah, man. Let's get everybody active in the chat.
Chat it up.
Yeah, chat it up. Need some questions.
Let's see. 93 musicians friend. Let's see what they say. What they're selling them for.
Well, you're not going to get them in Musician's Friend because they were only in Japan.
Really?
And in '93, Eddie Van Halen's were still Eddie Van Halen's.
Okay. I'm just looking because I had this handy. I guess.
Yeah, Douglas. There you go. Man, I got like a bug flying around.
It's been there for weeks.
Yeah.
Let me mute while I'm looking through this.
He's looking through that. Wait, where's his other hand? Oh my gosh. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
The other guy. BL. JJ says check how much the US EVH Music Mans were back in '93.
They were $16.99.
I thought they were $17.50. Retail.
All right, we'll go to
retail-
the Manny's 94. Manny's 94.
Were you there in '94?
I was there in '95.
Yeah, I don't see any Music Mans. Which was it? Musician? Yeah, Musician's Friend was the one that I just. Musician's Workshop or something like that. They might have some of those. Anyway, let me mute while I'm looking through this.
Mike's back.
Whoa! Wait a minute. What's that, man?
All right, there she is. And you can see the hockey game in the background. In fact, let me kill that.
Oh,
Let me. Oh yeah, we got flag just because I said that dumb.
Mad Dog. Mad Dog. Mad Dog. There you go. Try hugs, not drugs. I like that, man. That's gonna be my slogan every day.
Yeah, that's killer. So what's going on with that guitar now?
That guitar may wind up in a permanent home in Long Island.
On a wall to never be touched again.
Oh no, he'll play it.
To have a door open on us.
You're just jealous, Johnny.
Jealous Johnny. Hey, that's nice.
It's the top there.
Man, that's gorgeous.
And there she is.
Man, what a beautiful looking guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Dave, what year is your gem or one of your gems?
And I would not have this guitar if it wasn't for Dave. Dave was the one who was like, "Dude, there's one out there. Take it."
Yeah.
And I just took it.
Mhm. My gems are 88, 89, and 2010.
There's a nice blue one here. It's $14.99. That's a 93. Gem.
Wait, do they still make those catalogs?
Paisley.
Wait a second.
I
Show
haven't
that-
gotten a
show that again,
catalog in the
John.
mail for years.
John, show that gem again, please.
1449. It's got the Paisley blue.
Oh, it's a blue floral.
Well, I don't know, blue floral. Sure.
Yeah, blue floral.
Very nice looking though. He's got the grip and everything.
That's a $3,000 guitar now.
Oh, of course. Yeah, back in the day though. I mean, is that a 7? Did they make a Gem 7?
Yes.
No, it's a 6.
Well, the 7 is called the Universe. That came out in 1990.
Crusty Pages.
You want back up? Yeah. No, you come here. I'm not going. Sorry, I'm not playing this game.
Yeah, come on, Snickers.
Come here then.
Let me show you one more photo, Johnny. We'll go off topic one more time because that's what I'm here for.
We got Music Emporium from 90.
It's right up the block for me. It's about 15 minutes from me.
I don't know what year this is.
Here's my new summer riding tour.
Oh my goodness.
Beautiful bike.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a Harley Davidson 2002 V-Rod. So, I'll be picking her up tomorrow. I took that photo and was out there talking to the guy about buying it. So if you don't hear from me after tomorrow, it means I got killed on the way home.
Ah.
So, well, you better ship that guitar tonight then.
I'll leave it to you in my will. No, yeah, I pick it up tomorrow, so I'm psyched. Yeah. I've rented that bike 3 or 4 times before. It's a blast to drive. Wow.
That's cool.
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. JJ says that was my original gem. The blue floral.
Yeah, I got. So I'm looking at Music Emporium. I don't know what year it is. It's got to be 93, 94, something like that. Seems like Ibanez. I mean, a lot of these music work or musician's friend and stuff like that. Just Gibson, Fender, Ibanez mostly.
Yeah, I've been in those years. Ibanez was like the top of the food chain.
95 American Music
Yeah.
Supply.
Ibanez was huge back then.
Oh yeah.
Because 93, 94, 95, that's back when I was working at the store with Skolnick. Skolnick was teaching lessons, in the back room. And he was in all those catalogs.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would see him in the catalogs, and I would see him at the store during the day. And we would talk about, all those guitars, and he'd be telling me like all this stuff, about, all that stuff.
I mean, he was a fully endorsed and nationally touring musician,
Yeah.
wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, he was the real deal. Yeah. Still is.
Sure.
Still is, yeah. And the last time I saw Skolnick, I saw him at NAMM this year. I saw him at NAMM last year with Michael Smith.
You introduced me to him, yeah.
I introduced you guys. Yep. But I saw him on Facebook. There's this band that he plays with. I can't think of the name of it right now, but on Facebook, they went live on Facebook, and I just happened to see it, and I jumped in the chat and I said something, and he's like, Johnny, I didn't know you like this stuff.
Yeah, he was cool, man. I got a photo with him.
Yeah, they got some Jacksons, Washburn, Ovation, Washburn. Yeah. I was just looking to see what they had for Music Man, but I seem to remember whichever catalog company had Music Man's.
Matthew Stewart has a question. What do you think of bare knuckle pickups?
Awesome.
I gotta take Howie out real quick.
Yeah, bare knuckle pickups are great. They're all custom wound pickups. They're made in Italy, I believe.
Yeah, describe him a little bit, Dave. You obviously know all this stuff.
They have several different models. I actually have a set. I have a set of mules, which is like they make it try to sound like the Warren Haynes sound.
Yeah.
Glasses on. And they're great. They're very expensive pickups. They make a Steve Stevens model. They make a Ronnie James Dio type sound model.
Cool. Like Ronnie James Dio, like he played with Dio because he wasn't a guitarist. Who played with Dio? Richie Blackmore or something? Or
no, it was
what's his name? Who's in?
Def Leppard. He's in Def Leppard. What's his name?
Yeah.
Oh, Vivian Campbell.
Vivian Campbell. That's it.
Viv Campbell. Yeah. I forget what the name of the Dio model is called. It's one of his songs. Name some of the songs from that era.
From the Dio Campbell area, I don't know. Was that the mid 80s?
We Rock. Hold on, man. I'm trying to pull.
Rainbow in the Dark.
No.
No, but they were really rocking with Vivian Campbell, man.
I can't remember.
Was it Black Sabbath or was it?
Dio.
It was Dio.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember the name. Anyway. Yeah, but they're great pickups. Holy Diver set. It's called the Holy Diver.
Oh, okay. Holy Diver set.
Yeah.
Dio.
Cool.
I wonder who he played with in '97.
Stand Up and Shout is a great. Listen to that, by the way. You want to hear the sound of those pickups? Stand Up and Shout. That's a great tune, man.
Dio is from not far from here, Portsmouth, New Hampshire. That was where he grew up.
Was it?
For a few years.
New York.
I think from his childhood till like maybe he was 10 or something like that, he lived in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Oh, really? Okay, I don't know that.
And then I think he probably moved to New York or something like that.
Cool. Okay. I know he had New York roots in there somewhere.
Great singer, man.
One of the best.
Such
ever.
a great singer.
I've seen him with Black Sabbath a couple of times, and I saw him with his band, obviously.
With Dio, and then Rainbow. Rainbow was great too. With Richie Blackmore.
What a great band that was. Stargaze is one of my favorite songs by them. It's long, but it's great.
What's the Man on the Silver Mountain?
Man on the Silver Mountain. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chat. What do you guys like as far as Dio goes? Because I mean, really, he's iconic. You know, he died from stomach cancer.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Shame. Nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. By all accounts, one of the best, most accessible, of the metal guys.
I think he lived in Massapequa, Long Island, near me.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Cool. Cozy Powell on Stargazer. Yep.
I'm trying to find. There's a good.
In fact, the song begins with the drums with Cozy. Come on,
Good.
chat. We know you're out there. Give us some Dio stuff.
Dio from New Haven Coliseum, if I can find it. Same as Live Without a Net. I don't know where it is.
I may have to go to sleep, guys. I'm so tired.
Okay. Well, awesome hanging out with you, Dave, as always, man.
Same here.
Definitely, Dave.
I appreciate
Anytime.
it. It was a lot of fun.
I'm not gonna find it.
Can't keep my eyes open. I'm gonna wind up falling asleep on the video and not gonna look pretty.
Well, give us something to talk about. Johnny changes guitars again.
I really
back
wanted
to
to talk more about that Music Man guitar.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's
go
talk
ahead.
about
Let's
that.
see it, man.
Want me to get it out again? I'll get it out again.
Pull
Did you put it away?
Michael, pull it out.
Did you really put it away?
Well, I didn't put it. It's off to the side over here. I can get it in 2 seconds.
Yeah, man. Just that thing just forget it. Floats my boat.
Hold on. Let me pull it out. Let me go over there.
What a package.
Let me whip this out right here.
Oh my god.
Christ. Well, it looks like I'm going to stay for a little while longer, but I'm going to leave very soon, guys and girls.
Dave stayed because I stood up.
Oh my.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Yeah, I can't get enough of Michael's package.
Oh.
So here's my.
Wow, look at the back of
Oh,
back
my
to this.
goodness.
I mean, look. If you look up and down here, that's sweet, man.
it. Yeah.
And it's got a nice. It's perfect. It's right in your hand too. I mean, the action on this is
The action that you'll get with that.
yeah.
It's turning my stomach, but okay.
I'm turning my own stomach. Believe me.
Jesus, let's see the birds on the front of that neck.
Can you present it, Johnny? Well, can you see?
Oh my gosh.
I have a feeling it's going to look a lot nicer in person.
That's what
There
she's.
you
That's
go.
gorgeous. Man, that's just
Michael, your dots look very small.
It's a little cold.
Are those standard dots?
It's a little cold here, so you get shrinking. No, I guess that's Dave. You know better. That's standard, no?
yeah, that's the way they are. That's the way they are on all Music Man guitars. Very small. So, but that top is ridiculous.
Yeah. Is it a one piece?
No, it's two piece.
It's a book.
Yes,
what do I
two
call
piece.
it?
You can see it here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how mine is too.
Yeah, that's just absolutely beautiful.
The Floyd there.
Yep. Yep.
I'm sorry, Music Man.
The old Godot trem. Yeah.
Did the Music Man's come with a tone on the volume?
Just the Eddie Van Halen's.
But they shipped with. I mean, that was factory. They would send it with a tone on the volume.
Yeah. Hey, look, Johnny. It doesn't say San Obispo Luis Obispo on it.
It's made in Germany.
Santa Bispo?
Yeah.
Is it Shaler?
No, I'm talking about on the headstock. It doesn't say
Yeah.
Luis Obispo.
Are
How is
those
it?
Shaler tuners?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Are they pearl? What is it? Pearloid tops on those tuners?
Yep. Yep.
Very nice.
Here's the sides of it.
Wow, that is a beautiful guitar.
Oh yeah, give me that angle right there.
Keep
Stop.
going. Keep going.
Stop. A little
Right
more.
there. Let's see that trem. Let's see the trem.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Just want to see how flat the trem is.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, it's a little. It's sitting up
It's
a little
high.
bit.
Well, I'm gonna take the.
Is it floating?
No, it's not.
No.
I'm gonna take the that plate on the bottom off and the fingers off as well, so it'll go lower. Yeah, the action's a little high like that, so with me doing that, it'll bring the action down.
Yeah, the action is a little high.
Not to Nesdal standards.
No, Dave's standards is sick. His setups are freaking amazing.
Yeah, but I can bring that action down. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Just so cool.
Yeah, it's very nice. Beautiful.
Doink.
Oh, thank you. I don't need that eye. Yeah. That's wonderful.
So there she is. And I wouldn't have it if it wasn't for you, Dave, bro.
And I wouldn't have it if it wasn't for you.
Right. See that? Payback. It's the way it works, man.
I think what we'll do is it's up to you, but if you we can put a clause in it where I get it for 6 months, you get it for 6 months. If you miss it.
Okay.
If you miss it terribly. If not, I'll keep it. So whatever you want to do.
Like the flying hellfish.
Huh? What do you eat?
Come on, Johnny, let's hear it. The hellfish bonanza.
All right, I'm sorry. Stack of Pound Cake's asking me, on my Music Man, if you bend the strings more than a step, does the bridge lift a bit?
It shouldn't.
No, it does not.
It shouldn't. But if it does, just tighten the springs in the back.
We'll
Show
put
them the
another
springs
spring
in the
in
back, just in case. Yeah, tighten that claw on the back where the springs are, the 2 screws, and it won't bend anymore.
Right there.
It won't come up when you bend.
What do you got? 2 in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes with a third. There's a third that came with it. So, yeah, sorry, Pound. I didn't see the original, and I apologize, Strict Chat Room. I try to interact, but I'm not as good as these other guys. So.
Ready to go sleep? Yeah. You want to
I
go
hope
sleep?
that answers your question.
Johnny, did you see John Boulware? Did you know Danny Gill?
John, am I here? No, I don't know. I don't know Ganny. Is he related to a John?
He probably goes to the John.
I do know a John Gill that did take lessons from Skolnick. I do know him. I still know him to this day. Are they related?
John and Danny Gill.
I know Vince Gill.
They called him John. His name was Danny, but they called him John. Kind of like Jack, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, I'm going to sleep. I gotta go.
Later, Dave.
Good night.
Good night. See you guys soon.
Good night.
Nice
I'll
Snickers.
show off
Good night,
one more
Snickers.
guitar that I got from a friend of mine also.
Ah,
I know that guitar. Holy cow!
look at how clean that one is.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. And the reason why I broke this out is because it had a little Dave Nesball PLC. Look at this thing.
That's right. I was going to put my D-tuning in tonight.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. It wasn't that clean when Johnny owned it.
He removed the Beane DNA from it. But look at that.
Show how low the action is on that guitar.
Yeah. Look at the difference.
Higher.
Uh-uh.
Lift the guitar up. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. That's sick.
Wow.
Say it, Mike. It's killer.
This is killer. Ain't no doubt about that. This is killer.
Man, I recorded so much stuff with that guitar, man.
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
It's crazy.
your old stuff, right, man? Look at the
Stuff-
bird in the back.
Stuff that's actually in movies.
How about that? I didn't know that. That's cool.
I did a lot of session stuff.
Did you sell that to Michael, or you or just you had one like that? That's the one you sold to him?
that was my main studio guitar right there.
Nice.
Yeah, I bought it from Johnny.
He bought it from me when my car broke down.
You need some quick cash.
On that note, good night, guys. Again,
thanks, Dave.
Dave, good night, man.
It's been the Italian goodbye tonight.
Yeah, exactly. It goes on and on and on and on.
You ain't kidding. All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon.
Snickers. Good night.
Good night, Snickers.
Bark, 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 bark. All right, Mike. If you can remember to give me those photos tomorrow, that'd be great.
Yeah, reach out to me because I got to pick up my bike and I got some other stuff I got to pack up for the trip.
All right.
Please reach out to me.
I'll send you the pictures of the other one tomorrow.
Yeah.
I was tired today. Yeah. All right. See you guys. See you, everyone in the chat. So long.
Night, Dave.
See how they both said to reach out to each other? They both say, hey, reach out to me. Okay, all right. Well, reach out to me. Guitar Manifesto. Hey, dude. Guitar Manifesto. We were talking about Nirvana earlier.
Yeah.
And Foo Fighters.
This is about the anniversary of Cobain's death. It was sometime around. It's 2019. It was 94, I believe. So 25th anniversary. Around this time, March, April, May.
I remember the day. The day I woke up and the TV, I used to set my TV to an alarm to wake up.
April 5th.
And I remember the morning my TV was on. I woke up and it was the news and it was all about what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, I had just gotten together with a couple of guys, a band that kind of the first band that we actually played out and played some real shows, nothing, but it was a garage band type of thing. But he was a huge Kurt Cobain or huge Nirvana fan, and we played a lot of those tunes that summer. We played a lot of Nirvana stuff, and the singer, songwriter, guitarist that I was playing with was a huge Kurt Cobain fan, and I can remember he was extremely depressed for a week or so around that time. He was like, yeah, Kurt Cobain killed himself, and
I remember I woke up and the TV was on and it was it was the news, talking about it, and then I worked at a guitar store at the time in Berkeley where Alex Skolnick taught lessons, and I walked in and we were all like, everybody was just in shock in this place because, believe it or not, Nirvana, Kurt Cobain, they used to shop at this store, years before, So, and real quick, the guy that I got my GMW 5150 from, excuse me, he had a store up in Seattle, and he used to sell guitars to Kurt Cobain. Years ago.
Yeah. And Cobain would play a lot of those pawn shop guitars too. I mean, he certainly wasn't like a Gibson Les Paul guy. He always had like an off-brand Fender or something like that. Like the Fernandez or something like that. He had some, nothing, like a pawn shop guitar, pawn shop special that he would play.
Different stuff. And actually, the store that I worked at, we actually got in a Jag stain. It was I want to say it was orange, either orange or red. And I remember thinking, man,
is that what the Jag stain, Jaguar Mustang?
The Jag stain was the Kurt Cobain model. That was the model of that. It was like a combination of different guitars, and it was the official, his model. And it was a short scale guitar. And I remember thinking, man, this is cool, And actually, there was another guy that worked there at the store at the time, and he actually played short scale, guitars. Fiesta Red, cool. But I remember thinking, man, I should have grabbed that guitar, You know, it's awesome.
Nice. Since we're talking Ernie Ball, Johnny, more. And this is just talking about tops. I got to break it out again.
Yes, jeez.
This is.
Did you see that?
What's that?
We'll have to go back.
What?
You
What?
held it up.
Yeah.
For that split second, you held it up, and you could see a guy's face in the pickup from your TV.
Is that me or you?
Is it on pause, or is the TV still showing?
No, it's going on.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, there you
You held it up, and you could see a guy's face right in the pickup.
Oh yeah, look at that. Look, hold on.
go. Yeah. There you go.
TV, pickup TV. Pickup TV on Johnny Beane TV. Look at this. Oh gosh, let me kill that in the background.
Looks very nice, man.
But yeah, this is. I've waxed poetic on this. This thing is awesome. Again,
Looks like you've waxed the top of it. That's got a great reflection off of it.
I have not touched it as far as
Man.
waxing or anything. This is exactly the way it came, man. It's exactly the way it came.
Those are what are they? PAFs styles? Pickups?
I think the DiMaggio's. I have to look it up again.
They're probably DiMarzio's, yeah.
Yeah. You know, and look at the back of his neck, man.
Get the bird's eye.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, but this, you know, when you look at this, I put
That black binding is very nice. It's you don't see kind of the natural top with the a lighter natural back with the black binding.
It's different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if you look at it's weird, but if you can, I put a photo up of it, but it's almost like 3D. Just the way, if you can take a look at that from a close angle, you know, you can see it almost like popping out.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is, I love this guitar, man. I mean, the top on this is definitely the best top that I own on of all my guitars.
It's a great dark top too. I mean, just dark.
Yeah,
contrast.
It's actually a little bit lighter in, you know, when you see it in person, but it's just a pretty good rep. Yeah, the contrast. That's a good way of pointing it. The contrast is. I mean, look at that. Yeah. So I figured I'd close out with that as far as the Music Man goes.
Oh my god! I'm eating popcorn.
Eating popcorn, huh?
Yeah, thank goodness nobody else could see me. Oh my god!
Yes, no, Mike. I do 5150. I do like the bridge.
Oh,
wow. I know it's DiMaggio. I just don't know the exact model. I do know it's DiMaggio pickups though.
Mm-hmm.
But that style with the chrome cover, that's the PAF style, isn't that?
Yeah.
PAF pickup style.
Yeah, it is, but it's made by DiMaggio. It is.
Yeah, every company did their own sort
their
of
own PAFs.
PAFs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always had thought those were single coils, but then you know, years later I found out that they were humbuckers. That
yeah, they're humbuckers.
Because you can only see the 3 pull pieces on. I mean, the 6 pull pieces on, not 12 of them for a humbucker.
John, was that a Pepsi?
Yes.
See, he's opposite. You know, instead of putting like a Pepsi koozie on top of a beer, he does it backwards.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It's out of a Bud Light can, but it's actually a Pepsi.
Yeah, that's just Pepsi all day long.
Hmm. That
Are you gonna get flagged for that?
no. That does the job though.
Does the job at 2:38 Eastern. It'll do the job for another hour, and then I'll be out after that.
Like 12 of those, you know.
This is number one. I had a rum and Mountain Dew earlier, and then this is this is gonna close out the night. That's about it. No,
hey,
man.
Metal Mike, you're still here, man. Awesome.
Metal Mike.
Are there any new guitars in anybody's future? Johnny, chat room? Anybody working on new gear, man? That's what it's about, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
The next thing I want to do is I want to take this and make it into a 78 Frankie, black and white Frankie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I want to make it into something. I've had this forever. This is my freebie.
Give us the because I remember I love that Homer on there. Give the background of that guitar.
This when I worked at the concert hall that I worked at back in the 90s, an opening band left this. It was an opening band for I want to say like Jimmy Cliff, or it was a reggae band, Jimmy Cliff or Marley, Bob Marley's son, Ziggy Marley. It was an opening band for them. I think they were called like, I don't even know what they were called, but they left it behind. We tried to get it back to them for a year or so, literally a year or so.
What year? What year was this?
Late 90s.
So the internet wasn't really a big ass thing then.
No, I mean, and they were nobody. I mean, nobody big, but they probably wrote it off as insurance or something like that. I mean, according to the manager of the club at the time, he had got in touch with them and tried to get it back to them, and they never responded back to him. So I inherited it. I got it. I was like, is anyone ever going to pick this guitar up? And among other things, I've got like this three guitar stand back here, guitar stands, keyboard stand, and everything like that I kind of was able to. That came through the club, so this is a Mexican Strat, and I just want to do something with it. I don't really like the single coils. I want to.
Hey, what's up with the coil? Are they just stock coils?
Yeah, stock single coils, and
that's
I think it'd be cool. I mean, I could. It's got the body style. I could make it into a 78 Frankie, and just paint it white and black and white, and get a black pick guard, and get a new. The neck was never that great.
Rosewood.
Yeah, get a like a Warmoth maple neck or something. It's
yeah.
It's something I could do with it.
The price is right? I mean, you can work on something.
Yeah, I mean, for a couple $100, I could make that into something nice. And I don't have to buy a Floyd Rose. I don't have to. I just need a good humbucker and pick guard, and the rest of it I'll do myself, or in a neck, get it like a Warmoth neck or something.
Well, Douglas Du Bois says he has a 1999 Music Man EVH in purple. Nice, purple. He says he wants to show it up. Well, you know what?
See it, Douglas. Come on.
Come on, or go to the Discord.
He sells on his pictures. Yeah, Douglas. Yeah, join the Discord, man. Link down below. Actually, I'll grab the link. Here, let me get it. I'll put it in the chat. Yeah, thing is, Nightbot has been kind of asleep lately because the chat really hasn't been moving. If the chat was a bit faster, Nightbot would be active. But
yeah, I guess not too many people are buying new gear, so.
Yeah, it'll be a while before I buy a new guitar, but I'm happy with what I got, so I'm not in any rush to get anything crazy, Yeah, if I had 25 guitars, I could trade something, but I think I got like 6 or 7 guitars, and I'm not gonna trade anything.
Nightbot is out drinking, Mad Dog says. Drinking what? Oil? What does a Nightbot drink?
Yeah.
You might be surprised. Come on, yeah, Douglas. Show it
Pepsi.
off, man. Now you're teasing us. That's not right. Put it in Discord.
Johnny, did you see the earlier in the week they posted a Star Wars scene? It was called Scene 38, where they did a reconstruction of the Obi-Wan and Darth Vader.
I've seen that. I've seen that. I saw that a while ago. And I saw it recently too. Yeah.
It's hard to say that it could fit into the 1977 film, but because it's there's a lot of CG in there and a lot of liberties that they took, but it is really cool to see how cool it could have been to see a real lightsaber duel between the two of them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's definitely heavier.
Mm-hmm.
But Johnny,
I watched that earlier. It was a kind of a cool.
Johnny, tell us a little bit about that guitar behind you, man. Because every time you go somewhere,
it changes. It's a morphing guitar.
Morphing, I love it. What give us the 411 on that.
That's an old 60s Silvertone.
Nice. Can you grab it and show it to us, or?
I could.
Yeah, let's see it. Go ahead.
I could.
Yeah.
Grab it.
Grab it.
Actually, I really don't think the neck is original to the body, but
Really,
it's still cool.
It's pretty
still
cool.
good. It says made in USA
Oh, really?
on the back of it, and the back has like a reddish.
Oh, that's cool. Look at that.
Yeah,
back, man.
yeah, that's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, look at that thing.
That's pretty cool,
killer, man.
Yeah, and the back of the body is like all like freaking
wow,
cool. It's all freaking cool.
Look at that.
And then
it's
there's
like 1960s floor tile.
There's the front
lipstick pickups
and yeah, look at the sides.
Look at the side.
I mean, it's the real deal. I mean, it's not.
That is killer, man. That is badass. Look at that.
Yeah.
How's it sound?
Yeah. Oh, it sounds great, man. Sounds great. I mean, I'm blurry. I've played this guitar, live many times, and
look the way that rings out.
Sounds really good, man. Jeez.
Oh well, I mean, it's basically it's an electric guitar, but it's acoustic. It's acoustic, because of the body.
It sounds wonderful for
great.
Silvertone, huh?
There we go. I'm blurry though.
That's unamplified. That sounds great.
Yeah, the way I'm.
What year was that again?
60s.
Listen to the way that thing rings out, man.
Yeah.
You could record that with a mic right up to it. Like
exactly.
That. Sounds great.
Yeah, I could.
That's a good tone.
You ever think of that though, Johnny? I mean, seriously, that sounds great. Just the way it is, unplugged, just naturally acoustic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Something like that would probably be really awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's the real deal. I mean, it's not one of the newer. It's not it's not a newer guitar at all.
Right.
It's an actual older guitar. You know.
Didn't they make those? It's kind of like the oh, I'm drawing a blank now. The wood, the press board wood.
Particle board. Or,
Yeah.
What do you call it?
There's
a word.
Yeah, I know.
There's a word for it. There's a word for it. There's a word for
The
it.
old TV.
Like linoleum, but it's not linoleum. It's bauxite or something like that.
In the chat, let us know.
Come on, Chad, help us out here.
Good night, John.
Good night, John.
Yeah, it's like press particle board or
yeah. It's yeah.
James Gum answered the question that we asked earlier. He says, "I got a USA Malmsteen Strat Friday. By the way, congratulations on new Guitar Day."
Malmsteen Strat, cool.
Yeah, and you guys, and if building a non-stripe white Muscat lock, I'm sorry, I can't. Hardware accurate. Oh, he's looking to turn it into a 5150 build. Cool.
Music Craft, yeah, Music Craft. Yeah. Building a striped white Music Craft lock with white hardware, accurate 5150 build. Cool. Excuse me.
What am I being shunted for?
Night, John Bolware.
A couple of weeks ago.
It's that Pepsi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Pepsi. More like tipsy.
It's right here. That's what I'm drinking. Pepsi.
Tipsy cola. Crystal tipsy.
Goodness.
There's vodka.
Give me a number. Let's check out another question here.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, let's break out that book.
Yeah. We got.
What time is it? It's 2:50. It's 2:50. Let's see what we get on.
It's roughly 10 till. So let's give them a bunch of questions.
Yeah. Pick a number, chat. Come on.
Yeah, give it to give the answer to the chat, and then we'll see if we can answer.
250. Complete this David Lee Roth quote. Eddie Van Halen is the first guitar hero of the 1980s. All the other guitar heroes are
shit.
Not that. Close.
Crap.
This was his quote from the 1980s. Eddie Van Halen is the first guitar hero of the 80s. All the other guitar heroes are blank.
Chat room, anybody?
Mad Dog got it.
Got it. Dead or retired. Nice.
Dead. 251. In September 1985, how many days did it take Dave to drive from LA to the MTV Awards in New York and win a bet with Ted Templeman? Wow.
Oh, that's a hard one.
In September 85, how many days did it take Dave to drive from LA to the MTV Awards in New York and win a bet with Ted Templeman? I've heard of that. I don't remember really exactly what it took him 3 days, apparently, which is a stupid trivia question, but
good night, Douglas.
I do remember that reading something about that. Any numbers?
4
Give me a
days.
number.
Middle Mike says 4 days.
Yeah, 3 days.
3 days.
Close enough.
He gets the prize. Okay, let's go with what'd you go up to? How high?
1984.
1984. Let's go 1984.
We've done that. I think we did 84.
Did we?
Let's see that. It's worth checking out. What did Lucas Ackroyd's science? Yeah.
Was Lucas that one that was like
Ackroyd? Yeah. What is
okay? How about this? Let's go to number one.
I think we did number one too.
Oh, I mean, God Almighty! Come on.
We definitely did number one. What is Eddie Van Halen? Who is Eddie Van Halen's wife?
Okay. How about 78?
78. That's a good question. That's true. Well, who is Eddie Van Halen's wife is a different answer nowadays. It's what's her name?
Janie.
Janie, yeah.
Yeah.
78. Which cartoon character is mentioned in Drop Dead Legs? That's a good question. Which cartoon character is mentioned in Drop Dead Legs? Chat.
Oh, okay. I know what it is. I just got it. Yeah, chat.
Come on, chat.
Chat room.
We got 44 watching, 34 thumbs up. Let's get them going. Let's see some more thumbs up.
Also, I'm having to do Nightbot's job here tonight because Nightbot is near.
Don't forget to follow Johnny Beane, Howie
There we
Beane,
go.
and EVH.
Got it.
Betty
They-
Boop.
they
Mike.
got it.
Yep.
Nice.
Second
Metal
pound
Mike.
cakes and Michael got it. Awesome.
Nice. Okay. Dan Halen wanted question number 1983.
1983. Name a band that has a vocalist that sings better and puts on a more exciting performance than Dave, Sammy, or Gary, and a guitarist who plays more musically and fluently than Ed, and more thunderous and energetic rhythm than Mike and Alex.
None.
Man, these
Exact.
questions. These
Pretty
questions
much.
suck,
None.
man.
That is ridiculous.
It's funny though. I mean, let's go through one more time,
Yeah.
and I'll read and I'll go to the answer.
What the hell?
Name a band that has a vocalist that sings better and puts on more of an exciting performance than Dave, Sammy, or Gary, and a guitarist who plays more musically and fluently than Ed, and a more thunderous and energetic rhythm section than Mike or Al. Come on, name it. Name one. Didn't think you could.
The Bee Gees.
Didn't think you could. That's the answer.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, see that question was so dumb.
That's such a filler question.
That's so stupid.
That is so weak. Yeah.
You know what? So what? So what? It is dumb, but so what?
Give us another number, chat. Come on. We got 42 people watching. 36.
Let's go 1982.
Hey, Dan Halen.
That was his
Wow.
question. Yep. You're right.
Well, 1981, which football player once said his method of relaxing during a tense game was pretending I'm on stage with Eddie Van Halen and he's playing Mean Street? Which football player said that? And he's a nobody. John Lee, the then place kicker for UCLA. All right.
Another dumb question. I mean, come on.
So, you know, what do you want? They're not all gonna be winners.
I want to know how this dude knew that.
For which track did Eddie Van Halen rub a beer can on his guitar strings? Which track? From which album
Okay, I
did
know that.
Eddie Van Halen would rub a beer can on his guitar strings?
I know that.
It's a good one. Some of them are good. I mean, hey, some of them are. I mean, a lot of them are stupid, but
Yeah, but you have a lot of questions. I mean, they're putting in 1900.
Dan Halen number 40. We'll get to the answer of that. Let's see 44 while I'm in the waiting. Well, blah, 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 blah. Anyway,
Fair warning.
did anyone get that? Intruder. James Gunn got it.
James
Intruder.
got it.
Yeah.
James got it.
44. In which Van Halen song does the voice of producer Ted Templeman appear? I mean, pretty straightforward, but it's a good question.
Yeah. The chat should blow that one up real quick.
Should be. Which song does Ted Templeman appear?
Bunt cake.
Bunch cake.
What is that?
Unchanged.
What is that?
Evo 8, yeah. Evo 8.
Hey,
We got it.
Evil 8, yeah. Welcome, man.
What's up, Evo?
Yeah, see, it's cool when we get other people, in the chat that we don't normally see,
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And give a thumbs up and subscribe. For
Yeah.
all in here that are new, man. Yeah. Okay, 45 watching, so let's go to number 45.
45.
Yeah.
Name the song quoted. You've got Allah in the seat. In the east. Sorry. You've got Allah in the east.
In the seat.
I know
Okay.
it.
I know it. I know
I
it.
know it. Oh.
You've got Jesus in the West. Christ, what's a man to do?
Love that tune.
Mine, all mine.
Come on,
Anyone
guys.
get it?
Oh, well, did anybody get
Yeah,
it?
Metal Mike got it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay, so Sean Zinnerman wants number 47.
Why was Eddie taken sick during his 1988 vacation on Australia's Turtle Island? I've never heard this.
I didn't know about it.
Why was Eddie it's worded pretty poorly, but why did Eddie get sick in 1988 vacation on Australia's Turtle Island?
Okay.
I've never heard that.
I know it. I know
Do
it.
you?
Mm-hmm.
Or what caused him to get sick, I guess would be the question.
Alcohol poisoning?
Not food, not alcohol poisoning, not the clap.
The clap.
See, I don't know where he got this piece of jellyfish, not a jellyfish. I don't know where he got this piece of trivia. Johnny, do you think you know it?
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, he got a mosquito bite.
Yeah, absolutely. Good job.
Dan
I
Helen
I don't know where I heard it, but
So, I mean, they're not all great questions, but that's kind of a good trivia question.
That is a good one, yeah.
I never heard that.
So Sean Zimmerman said 45. We did 45, 46, and 47. Throw a number out there, guys.
What did I see?
This cost to me.
102. Dan Halen said 102.
After 102, we're gonna go number 2, okay? Evo wants 2.
102. Name the song quoted. Model Citizen, Zero Discipline.
that's too easy.
Model Citizen.
Here's your reminder. Put eye drops in Harmony's eyes.
Don't forget, Johnny. Drops in Harmony's eyes.
That's me.
All right. Metal Mike says 12. Or wait. Evo 8 says 2. I think we did 2 already.
Harmony had
What was David Lee Roth's first solo album? 12. Let's see. Number 12.
I'll be back in a couple of seconds, guys, okay?
Okay.
I'll take care of this.
Number 12 is which Van Halen song was recorded acoustically by Aztec Camera in 1984?
I know it.
I know that one.
I know it because I have it. I have that record.
I want to hear that.
I have it. I have it.
Aztec Camera.
Oh, well, did someone get it? Or you just gave it away?
No, Aztec Camera is the band that recorded it. What song?
Oh, what's the song? Okay, yeah. Okay. Yep, I have it.
What,
Do you have a
that
turntable?
was 12. I
Do you
don't.
have do you have oh. Yeah, the cover is the guy playing a guitar.
Douglas wants 32. Well, did we get the other one? Well, I may as well ask it again. Which Van Halen song was recorded acoustically by Aztec Camera in 1984? Until you get that, you're not getting another question.
Yeah, let's get some answers. And just anything. We need more what do you call it?
It was not Take Your Whiskey Home. It was not Top Jimmy. It was not I'll Wait.
It was not I'll Wait. Nope. Just think of what was their biggest song?
Hit. What was their
biggest song in '84? That's what it was.
Yeah.
There you go, Greg. Hey, Greg. Good to see you, Greg. Greg Riddle. See, this is cool. We're seeing some new names in the chat.
Absolutely.
Awesome. We encourage all of you guys to participate in the live chats.
Douglas wanted 32. Who produced Balance? Good question. He was from a different band. Wasn't he? That producer, yeah. Maybe he produced a different band, or he was in a different band.
I think he produced some Aerosmith stuff. I'm thinking.
Foreigner. Was he in Foreigner, or did he produce Foreigner? I thought he was.
I'm posting a bunch of links, stuff that Nightbot should be posting. Nightbot's not posting, so I'm doing it.
Yeah, you're right. Aerosmith.
Yeah,
Bruce Fairbairn.
Fairbairn. Yeah,
Fairbairn.
he did all the Aerosmith stuff.
Is it Aerosmith or Aerosmith? I always get pissed when people call it Aerosmith. It's Aerosmith. And Douglas 256. I get you covered, Douglas. $256. Oh, interesting. Which 1980 winner of 5 Grammys appears on Roth's "Crazy from the Heat"? Johnny should know this.
Good album.
I didn't know. I mean, I'm sure I had known that at some point, but I didn't really make that connection. Which 1980 winner of 5 Grammys appears on Roth's "Crazy from the Heat"? He sings backup vocals on this. Is that what it is?
Huh? Oh, yeah. No, I don't know that.
Well, let's hear it. Anyone? Which backup? Which which 1980 winner?
California Girls.
5 Grammys. Yeah, but who was it?
Yeah, who was it? Exactly.
Appears on Roth's "Crazy from the Heat."
I have no idea.
As a vocalist.
Hey, Johnny, real quick, and John, Caleb, Nerd Helen, they jammed tonight, man.
Yeah, have we heard from him? Any updates?
Yeah, any updates?
Let's check that out.
Hmm?
Well, anybody wants to answer?
No, I haven't seen anything. No.
Well, we got a couple. We do have some updates. Here's
Greg,
a picture.
Greg
I don't know
Riddle or
what-
Riddle, I don't know. I hope I'm pronouncing your last name right. What kind of tremolo did Eddie use on his guitars during the Roth years?
Well, several.
Yeah,
He used a regular Fender tremolo, and then he used the prototype to the Floyd Rose, and then the Floyd Rose.
Kahlers. He used a Kahler for a little while.
that
At
was like at 81, right? The Kahler, I think.
At least on the double neck, he used a Kahler. I don't know if he used it on anything else. Ooh.
The double neck.
I have 2 Kahlers on two.
On the yellow and black double
No,
neck, he had a Kahler, didn't he?
No, those wouldn't have been Kahlers. Those would have been the what do you call it? The Edwards tremolo.
Edwards tremolo.
Like the one right before he used the Floyds.
What are the Edwards, Johnny? I never heard of that.
It was the Rockinger.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the Rockinger.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
There you
the
go,
Rockingers. That's what it was.
Okay. Yep, James Gum got that Rockinger. Yep.
Yeah, nothing from Nerd Halen tonight. It's I mean their set is probably over. They're probably celebrating somewhere.
Yeah, I think they went on at 9 or 10 o'clock.
Yeah, they were on a few hours ago.
It'd be cool to get him on here real quick before we leave, but I guess
It would be cool, yeah, but
getting out.
I don't see any updates on Facebook from him. No live shots or anything.
Yeah, I sent him a text hours ago, but yeah, I haven't.
Shoot him another one. Maybe he's.
Yeah, see if he can jump on for 5 minutes or something. You know.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'll send him a text. I'll send him a text too.
I have no doubt in my mind that he kicked ass.
It's been 4 hours.
I'll send
Yeah,
him a text.
I'll text him too. There's 3 of us. Let's attack Caleb.
He hasn't even seen it. Yeah, ask him if he wants to jump in real quick.
Okay.
No one got the who appeared on Crazy from the Heat.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna assume. I'm gonna say Mike Love.
Not Mike Love. Although that, I mean, yeah, I mean, California Girls. Did I tell you I played I Spy with Mike Love and his family?
No way.
I picked him up from the hotel and we drove from Manchester, New Hampshire to Hampton, New Hampshire, and about an hour's drive. And him and his family were playing I Spy the whole way from on the highway.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
And Mad Dog, you are correct. Caleb is one hell of a guitar player, man.
Yeah. I can't wait to see some of the highlights from tonight.
Oh,
I hope it all went well.
Caleb just sent me a message.
Cool.
He says, "Yo."
That's not the answer we want. Come on.
So I sent him. Oh, that was back in April. Let me go ahead and let me send him a thing real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Copy. There we go.
Paste. Cut.
Copy, paste, cut.
Okay, he wants in.
Here
we go. Here we go.
Exclusive. Here we go.
Finally.
It's Saturday night.
Finally, we're getting somewhere. Okay.
Evo 8. His band is called Nerd Halen. Evo 8, and everybody in the chat room that doesn't know.
Anyone that doesn't know yet.
Yeah, it's called Nerd Halen, and he'll give you the skinny when he comes on. But
they had their first full gig tonight.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear how it went.
Okay, here we go.
Nerd Halen.
Douglas, send whatever pictures you want to send it to the Discord.
There we go.
Johnny, you have Nightbot does that. It'll put up the Discord link. Right.
Well, it should be, but the chat has been so slow tonight. Well, he's not waking up. So I've been posting. Well, there we go. Nightbot just did one. Hey, man.
Hey.
Hey, there he is.
Caleb, welcome.
Welcome, man.
Wow.
Man, how was the show tonight, man?
It was good. I mean, it was a good turnout. We had a really tight schedule as far as getting. We had to cut a few songs just because of the time and because there was a band after us. Oops. And but I thought it sounded great out there. It on stage was a different story. So
Really?
Yeah, well, we did Right Now, and we played a track, and it was really, I couldn't hear a thing, and no one else could on stage, so we kind of winged it, and it was a little rough, but we got through it, and then
the monitor screwed up.
What's that?
The monitor screwed up on you?
Yeah, I mean, I was signaling the guy, and
yeah,
it just didn't get any better, and. Yeah, see, Dave is celebrating us.
Woo!
Here we go.
So, oh, you got my hand in the way? Yeah. But it, you know, it went. You know, I thought it was good. You know,
You're still recovering from it.
You
I
know,
think it sounds
we
like
got what
you're-
we wanted. We wanted to be in front of a crowd and get some good footage, so we can make our sizzle reel. So
You're still happy. Well, you know, I think
Oh.
it sounds like you're still recovering, and
I'm exhausted. Dude.
Yeah, you look tired as
Yeah,
well
and
can be,
I'm
man.
waiting for.
Oh my gosh! Come
Well, that
on.
never gets old, does it?
No. And you know what? You're to blame because I wouldn't have known about this app if you didn't tell
I
me.
know, right?
So, okay, real quick, this is a question that I'm sure everybody wants to have answered. Video. I mean, you're going to be processing video and putting up, I'm sure, right? I hope.
Yeah, there'll be some video. We don't want to let too much out, you know. So there's going to be like snippets.
Nice.
With what we're going to do. So I'll definitely. There were people doing video, and I'll definitely release some in the coming hours and days. But definitely didn't want to do like a live feed or anything like that at this point. You know.
Well, that's cool. Man.
So
Can't wait to see it.
You said you had to cut some songs. Can you at least tell us the tunes that you did play and maybe the ones that you cut?
All right. Well, we had to punt jump just because of the issue with the.
Now that's perfect.
Wow. Is that John? That's John that's doing it.
That's
Right?
Dave.
That's both those guys. I think they both have that thing open.
I'll tell you all about it.
Oh God.
It is your fault, Caleb. That's the only way we found this app.
So you had to get rid of jump. Why? Why was that?
Because we just played right now and we couldn't hear the track, so we punted on jump. So.
What did you use for the track for right now? You used a piano track?
Yeah. Yeah, we had a guy recorded it for us,
And you had, and did he record jump as well? Is that what it was?
No, that was a different track. So, you know, my drummer has it on a trigger, and he just starts it, and he's got in-ear monitors, so he can hear it. So the drums are locked in, but me and the bass player couldn't hear jack shite. So, and you know,
throughout the set, or for a couple songs, or
for the keyword for that track.
Okay, so any of the playback, you couldn't hear the playback.
Yeah, it wasn't you know, it wasn't coming through to us. So it was very difficult. So we had to get rid of jump. The songs we played, we did Hot for Teacher. We opened with Hot for Teacher.
Nice.
And then we did Running with the Devil, Dance the Night Away. Right Now, Unchained, Panama, and Ain't Talking About Love. So it was very, you know, it was tucked into like, you know, 40 minutes, pretty much.
And was this the biggest, the longest set that you guys have done so far since you've been together?
Oh yeah, no, we haven't really done a set. We've only done 2 songs at the Whiskey Jam,
right? Okay.
2 months ago, and we did 3 songs at this place called Petey's in Reseda the other night.
Friday night, right?
Thursday night, yeah.
Thursday night.
And so we did 3 songs there. So 2, 3, and then, you know, 7 tonight, I think. So.
And the only tune you guys 86 was Jump.
Yes, and we actually had 2 more in the full set scheduled, but because of the 40 minutes, which was originally 45 minutes, but then we were told 40 the other day, so we clipped Best of Both Worlds and Everybody Wants Some. That was all in the original set. So,
and then obviously they're really hard in that time. I mean, it's 40 minutes. It's 40 minutes.
It's really, yeah, and you know, we once you do Ain't Talking About Love, it's hard to do anything else, after that. And,
Yeah.
So, it's better. Less is more. So,
But you were happy with the gig. It sounds like, except for the monitor stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy that we got up there and did what we wanted to do, and
Awesome.
we got a really good reaction, and everybody,
Good.
was happy with it.
That's awesome, man.
It's still sinking in, I'm sure it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to recover. I mean, the gear I had to lug down there and up to it's a second floor place, and
Yeah.
and then you play, and then you have to pack up, and then you have to take it back down to the car, drive, the 15 miles home, stop at the supermarket to get your wife roses and a card.
What's the balloon? You got? Looks like you got a balloon next to you.
This is a balloon. We had a babysitter. We have a babysitter who's also my son.
And you got a pizza too.
You got a pizza.
In the background there.
Yeah, I made myself some DiGiorno, yo.
Nice.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
not
Is that
delivery.
delivery?
Our babysitter gave this to my wife.
Oh, that's cool.
It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno. Yeah. It's getting cold.
Oh man. Yeah, I was telling these guys earlier that the band that you played with, what was it, John Biel? The Crystal Kids?
Crystal was it? Yeah, what were they?
You've heard of them?
I've seen
Well,
them.
we looked it up. Yeah, the Crystal
Yeah.
something
Oh,
kids.
they're good. They're 90s. They play all 90s stuff, and they're fun.
Yeah.
Really
I saw them up in Mammoth. If you know Mammoth Lakes.
cool.
We went up there some years ago, and they were playing. They were playing a show, and one of the singers in their band was somebody I had met down here in Oakland, like a few years before.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
No, it was good. It was 3 bands. Right before us is a band called the Remotes, and our drummer Jeff Page is in that band too. So he kind of set up, put us on the bill for that.
Cool.
So the Remotes went first, and then we went, and then I so spun. I can't. It's a long name for that band that went after us, but I can't even. But So the Remotes are hilarious because they do all the television show
Theme songs. Yeah,
Oh, do they really?
Yeah,
that's cool.
and they're like
Oh, that's
11
a great angle.
pieces, and
Oh my goodness.
and they kill it. And each song might be like 35 seconds.
Please tell me they did Barney Miller.
Yeah, what did they do?
Did they do Barney Miller?
I don't recall, because
That's one of my favorite.
Sanford and Son.
I love that, by the way, too. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's it. I'll get their set list from him and let you guys know what.
Cool.
Because I was kind of getting ready, so I was like, I would hear something. Oh, that's
I remember that show.
that's Knight Rider, and that's Chips, and that's the Match Game theme, and it's all kinds of
Match
stuff.
Game.
Airwolf.
Yeah. So
Oh God.
Magnum PI. And, I mean, it's crazy, but Dukes of Hazzard. It just
Night
it
Stalk,
goes on
I
and
like
on.
to hear too. Night Stalk is a good one. Do you remember that?
But yeah.
Just good old boys.
So what's next on the horizon there, Caleb? As far as Nerd Helen, you got anything set up? What are you working on?
Nothing set up, but I'm sure something will roll in very soon, because now it's time to move on to the next thing. So we wanted to get a lot of footage of it, and then we're going to make our reel off it, so we can start really marketing the situation. And then I mean, what's really cool is Hal Sparks, our singer, has a lot of connections. He's a movie actor and a TV actor and a stand-up comedian, and he's constantly working. And and so he's going to help us a lot get to where we want to get with this. So, and where we want to get is, although they're not the funnest shows as far as, you know, getting a great crowd and feedback, we want to do corporate stuff and just, you know, make a grip. And
yeah,
that would be just awesome. And then I'd love to play like every other weekend in Vegas at some casino, and
that would be real cool, man.
Yeah.
That'd be killer, man.
Yeah, no, that would be just too much fun. I know we could, you know, start a following that way big time, and then travel. You know, I'd love to do fly-in gigs and see all you guys, you know, and
hell yeah,
it'd be awesome. You know, this would be a great way to see everybody.
Well, branching out from where you're in the LA area, you can go. Man, there's hundreds of places you can play from there, and a day's worth of a ride. Or
yeah. I mean, you know, the thing about Los Angeles is, you know, we're not going to make any money playing club gigs in Los Angeles. It's just not going to happen. It's really hard to draw a big crowd, especially early on. So, you know, and people just don't come out in LA. You know, there's so many things to do, so many options. You know, if you have a gig on a Saturday night, people have like, you know, 6 things they're deciding between, you know.
Yeah.
And that's a big factor, you know. And it's just, you know, when it's the entertainment capital of the world, it's overkill. It's not like it's not like Denver or something where it's like a special occasion when someone plays and you know, you get a lot of people to come out for something because they don't get it all the time. And in LA, it's, you know, they're playing again, you know, yeah, because they live there, you know. So
yeah, that's a good point, right?
You know,
yeah, an LA cover band, all right.
Yeah.
Dan Hallen, I agree. Dan Hallen says Caleb, one rocking guitarist.
Absolutely, no disputing Caleb's.
Thank you is it the pride of Oklahoma City, Dan Hallen?
Dan Hallen.
Dan Hallen.
Hey, Brick.
Is it the same Dan Hallen from Next Hallen? I can't see the chat, so ask him that. Or I just did.
I don't know. I don't know. Is it?
Well, he's a member of the Dan Hallen of the Hallen family, so he must be.
"29 Palms," he says. I don't know what that means.
That's in California.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
That's out by Palm Springs.
So next to 28 Palms.
Yeah, okay, because
It's next to 28 Palms, exactly.
Middle Mike 5150 says, "Hi, hey Caleb."
It's right before 30 Palms.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me on the show, as always. You guys are like my family.
Yeah.
I'm getting emotional.
Oh, yes.
Oh, there. And you too, Dave. You too.
Oh, my gosh.
You too, Dave. Cool.
God damn it, baby! You know I ain't lying. I'm only gonna tell you one time.
I love it. Sorry about that. Did you guys? All right, stop. Did you guys see that tweet on New Year's Eve by Wolfgang, where he said if you have the Dave soundboard and you play
that, didn't we do that on New Year's?
But he said, like, if you play the "Goddamn It Baby" at 11:59 and 54 seconds, you know,
we did that on New Year's Eve. We did that on the show.
Yeah. But he actually tweeted that, you know, if you play it at a certain point, it'll be New Year's, right when he says, you know, one time or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We did it, and I think it worked.
Yeah.
Right?
We did it every hour. We did for like 3 hours in a row anyway.
Exactly.
Cool, man.
Yeah, 4 hours. Got 4 time zones.
Yeah, that was an epic show.
Man, Caleb, it's good to hear that. Great to hear your gig went good tonight, and There's a lot more to come from Nerd Halen. And not to, I still haven't got my Nerd Halen shirt. It's been almost a month.
All right. Well,
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting.
You know, be patient. It's kind of it's a brand new thing as far as the third party T-shirt maker.
No, I know how that goes. It's all good.
They did send me a sticker, so they are working on stuff. Because I ordered some shirts too, just for quality control. Because
I don't know what the latest update was, but
and everybody in the chat room, follow Nerd Halen, man.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Thank you.
They have a store also.
Yeah.
So support them. Picks. I want those new picks, man. Tell them you're endorsed.
Well, check your mailbox there, buddy.
You got
They're on the way, Mike.
Oh, thank you, man.
Teespring.
Track
my order. Last time I looked, it was in the printing stage.
All right. Well, that's a good stage.
It's still in the printing stage.
They're probably trying to perfect my logo.
That's right.
There you go. So, chat room. Anybody have any questions for Caleb there, as far as suggestions? Or whatever.
Give Caleb some of those books. Give him some of those book questions.
Oh yeah. Give me a number, Caleb. 1 to 1984. 1 to 1984.
Howie's good, Brick.
1 to
Howie's awesome.
1984.
Yeah.
Pick a number.
Wow, that's a lot of questions.
Yeah, there's a lot.
They're not all great, but some of them are
777.
777. I feel like we did that one, but let's see.
We did earlier.
Really? I picked a number that was fake.
Yeah. So you win.
Well, we'll see. Maybe we didn't. Yeah, I think we did. Yeah. We did do this one, but you weren't here. You might know this, Caleb. What was the title of the live album Sammy recorded with Hasa in 1984? What was the live album they did?
I don't know that.
Through the Fire.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known.
Pick another number.
642.
Good one. Very random. I like that. 642. Right. When Sammy Hagar was in Montrose, who produced the band's debut album? Good question.
He produced a band's debut album?
No. When Sammy Hagar was in Montrose, who produced the band's first album? Who produced the first Montrose album?
Man, I should know that because I read the Sammy book.
Brick Breaker, real quick. I'm sorry to hear about that. He had to put his little pooch down. 16-year-old.
Wow, 16 years.
That's a long time.
You're getting house money with a pet. So,
yeah.
I mean, I know it's never
sucks.
It's never the right time, but
you got a lot. You got 16 years of unconditional love there, though. So.
No, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not good with the Sammy questions. All right, how about
real quick, Dan Halen has one. 86.
Yeah, the Dog PA, or actually Metal Mike got it. Templeman. Ted Templeman produced the first Montrose album.
Trick question.
86.
Yeah.
It's not a trick question. Ted Templeman.
No idea.
86. What kind of shoes is Dave wearing on the back of the Van Halen cover? The first album.
First album.
Oh, those like high heel shoes, right? Those.
Yeah, I mean, this is a dumb question. Platform shoes.
Platform shoes, like the ones that all the
that they all bought in 1978 when they were on were they in Europe or something? They all bought platform shoes.
Right, and they played one show with them, and they sucked because they couldn't move around.
No, Michael wore them for a while because I think he wears them in the promo videos.
He liked going from 5'3" to 5'8".
Yeah, they certainly were high heels. So
They borrowed them from Gene Simmons.
Man, I think Gene Simmons were at least 6-inch heels or something like that.
Yeah.
Platforms full on.
Those kind of shoes, they remind me of you know, the kid who jumped off the bridge in Saturday Night Fever. Right at the end, he's wearing those shoes. You know, he's walking down the street. Anyway,
I don't know it, but I can picture it.
how come you never called, Tony? How come you never called?
Yep, pretty good.
What was that kid's name? Tommy? What was it?
What movie was it? The
Saturday Night Fever.
Saturday Night Fever with Travolta.
Yeah.
Guys,
Staying Alive.
Yeah, the kids dancing on the Verrazano Bridge, and
I don't think I ever saw that.
come on, Tommy, get down from there.
Yeah, I remember that, man. That's
Look at me, Tony. Look at me.
You're laughing.
Right, dude,
Man, that guitar morphed again, Johnny.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
It just keeps morphing.
You keep changing guitars in the background.
Yeah. Every time I turn the camera off and I come back, there's a different guitar.
okay. Tell us a little bit about that one now, because
That was my
Johnny's first.
you have to.
Kramer,
yeah.
right?
Focus.
Yeah. That's my first real guitar, Kramer Focus. That neck sitting next to it, that's the actual neck that went on it.
Now,
Why
change
is it fully operational now? That the way it is?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Mhm.
What year is the neck that you put on it?
Early 80s.
Earlier than the Focus neck.
Oh yeah, way earlier. Yeah, Kramer, Pacer.
Beak neck.
Yeah.
A special neck.
That's right.
Mhm. Sort of. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Cool. All right. How about 1282?
1282.
So random.
I love it.
How random can you get?
It's another Sammy question, I'm sure.
1282. I think it is. In which Van Halen member's hometown did Hell's Angels originate? Which Van Halen member's hometown did the Hell's Angels originate? Well, I already gave it away.
Sammy. So it's
Yeah.
Fontana, California.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fontana, good job, man.
Chat room, pick a number. Come on, guys. 48 watching, 37 thumbs up. We gotta get more thumbs up than that. That's weak.
388. Van Halen with the numbers here. 388.
That's right.
$388. What was the name of the first woman Alex Van Halen married? Didn't he stay with his first wife?
Valerie.
What was the name of the first woman Alex Van Halen married? It was Valerie.
He
You know her
married
last
Valerie.
name? Do you know her last name?
I want to say Kendall.
Yeah. Good job.
Nice.
I met her.
Did you really?
Well, that night that I met Alex and Eddie backstage at
On the set of
One Day at a Time. I was 13 years old. Alex brought his wife, or his fiance at the time.
Awesome.
Valerie and Valerie.
The two Vals.
2 vowels, yeah. Thomas Santiago, number 58. And Metal Mike, it only goes up to 1984, so 5150 ain't gonna work.
58. Well, Caleb knows this. Many of us know this. What type of guitar did Eddie play on Hubbard Teacher?
The
Let's see in the
Flying
chat.
V. The Gibson Flying V. Carina wood.
Mm-hmm. Was it a Gibson or was it a copy?
No, it's a Gibson.
Ibanez,
In
or
fact,
was
there's
it a
story
real
about
Gibson,
it.
right?
No, it's a Gibson. It's a story about where I think he kind of stalked that guitar and got it from somebody who.
Yeah, well, after a couple of his earlier, what was it, 82 tour, or well, he bought it on one of the tours, didn't he?
Yeah, but I think the guy who sold it to him wasn't happy about how the deal went down. Like, I think he didn't get full price for it, or something where.
And was it like a 58 Gib Flying Bee,
Yeah,
or was
no,
it a real early Flying
that
Bee?
guitar
Right?
is worth 20 grand, and even
Wow.
Around
even
the
if
time of the Modern and the
yeah.
what was the other
if it
one?
wasn't owned by Eddie Van Halen, it's worth 20 grand. Because it's owned by him, it's probably worth
The
80.
Explorer, the first Explorer, and the first the year that those, what was it, the Modern, the Explorer, and the Flying Bee came out. The first year of them all.
Yeah, I don't know, but anyway.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's a historic guitar because that's, in my opinion, I've said this before, the greatest one-pass, three-instrument rock recording in history.
Dan Halen, number 99.
We've done this one. What type of... This is a little politically incorrect. What type of children are depicted on the cover of Balance?
Siamese twin.
That's right.
Or conjoined.
Conjoined.
Or double.
Yeah.
I love that album.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a little dark too. I think it's cool.
Well, I think they hated each other at that point.
Yeah.
The twins.
Well, the singer and the guitar player.
Brick.
At that point, did they in the early parts of Balance? I know throughout the towards the end of the tour they did, and towards the end of the.
No, you can actually. There's that.
Because they must have started in 94, 93, 94 recording that.
It was a very tough album to record because of their relationship, and Eddie was sober, and I think he's different when he's drinking and he's different when he's sober. So I think Sammy met the sober Eddie, and maybe they didn't get on too well, and. But you can tell there's that early tour footage they shot like in Europe. They did a lot of PR for that record in Europe, in like Holland and stuff. And
that's right. Yeah,
it's the most lucid you've ever seen.
Amsterdam video.
Yeah, it's the most lucid you've ever seen Eddie Van Halen on any interview. He's just like really matter of fact, and but you can see when the two of them are being interviewed, there's just like this force field between them.
Not like the Unleashed days.
Not at all. Not at all. You could tell like that Sammy was just like, I'm doing this because I'm getting paid. I'm not happy about where I'm at here. So, and Eddie's like, man, what are we gonna do with this singer guy?
Jeez.
How are we gonna get out of this? You could feel it in those interviews.
Well, and then from there it went to the whole Twister thing, and that was the end of it.
Yep.
Certainly writing off 2004.
They teased us with Dave,
and that was the worst of it. When they had that appearance on MTV, that was what wrote off Van Halen for a solid 5 to 10 years for me. After that, I was like, not because of that, but I just had enough at that point. They went through from Dave to Sammy to a tease to Gary, and then back to Sammy, and et cetera, et cetera. And that's what burnt it out for me.
Yeah, whatever the decision making was to just bring Roth back for a couple of songs and then move on.
I think it was Ed and Al. I mean, I think they were like, let's try this out. Okay, sure, we'll record a new song, and all right, let's do a promo, let's do MTV, and
Right.
Then Dave stole the show on MTV, and I think Ed got pissed and remembered.
Well, yeah,
I mean, and that's when everything came out with like, oh, Dave had a different idea of it than we did, and it wasn't really meant to be a big thing, and etc. And all the,
You can see how uncomfortable they are too.
Oh, immediately,
Oh,
yeah. Ed was trying to get him off the stage. It seemed like,
Yeah.
But it was great. I mean, for any fan sitting there, it was amazing. It was perfect for any fan that was watching that,
Dude,
and the excitement and the anticipation.
They played "Running with the Devil," when they walked out,
Mm-hmm.
and they showed the crowd, and it's all these like celebrities from the mid '90s and stuff, and they're all just like, mouths agape, like holy.
It was
shit.
huge. I mean, it was what everyone was waiting for.
Yep.
I mean, at that time, everyone knew kind of Sammy was on the outs, and was that before or after Greatest Hits came out with Could This Be? Me Wise Magic, and
I love that song.
I don't know. That's a good question. I think it was just like a month after those songs hit the radio.
And Me Wise Magic was awesome. I mean, yeah. I mean, and any fan that was watching that would have really fell for it. And like, we've got a couple singles and a couple new singles with Dave. And
I remember crying when I heard Me Wise Magic on the radio.
Yeah, I was
Great
like,
song.
They're back, man. This is
and a serious song.
God.
It was like I'll Wait. It's like a serious song, just a great, well-written Van Halen tune.
Well-written.
They picked up right after '84. I mean, that could have been the B-side to I'll Wait.
I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it was happening. Couldn't believe it.
I'm gonna listen to that tonight.
But it was a tease,
I love that song so much, man.
A dangle. They call it a dangle.
Yeah.
That's it.
They dangled it and snatched it away.
But at least we got that right. That's the way you gotta look at it, man. With this band, at least we have that.
Yeah. Every little nugget is great to have.
Yeah.
It is what it is, man. They're a bunch of old men now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so are we.
Well, when you think about it, all the guitar gods, how many guitar gods, are not around? Like so many great musicians and bands broke up early.
What guitar gods are left?
Eddie Van Halen.
I mean, there are several that are alive, but which are producing new music or
I was just going to say,
Richie Blackmore or Eric Clapton. I mean, they're really Eddie Van Halen. They're not touring. They're not producing new music.
Yeah. Well, Clapton's touring now.
Yeah, Clapton's always been touring.
He'll always tour. But I mean, new music. That's a good point, right?
Guitar gods. I mean, yeah, Clapton was god in the '60s.
Yeah.
But
you lost Hendrix so young, Randy Rhoads so young. I mean,
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah.
There's no guitar gods in 2019.
No.
Not producing music.
There's no music gods anymore. It's all the whole.
Well, I'll give you one.
Has changed everything.
I just saw just off the side note. I just saw Justin Timberlake get a honorary degree from some college. Was it Kent State or no? Not Kent State. Well, they were going through a bunch of different celebrities, musicians that got degrees from different colleges. Kent State was, I can't remember who, but Timberlake just got one from somewhere around here. How's that pizza?
It's really good.
As far as
pizza
still going on, I mean, in touring, Joe Satriani. I love Joe Bonamassa.
Mm-hmm.
There's you guys.
They're keeping it alive. They're keeping it alive as much as they can. Bonamassa's huge.
Yeah, Bonamassa's damn, he is good. Yeah.
Yep.
Kenny Wayne Shepherd. Another one I like.
Yeah, but he's he had his day. He's another one that's just, you know, the top of his career is long ago.
Yeah, he opened up for Van Halen when I saw him in Red Rock.
95, I think.
And
No,
on the 15th or
15. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Both.
but also on earlier, didn't he? In the 90s, didn't he open for them?
I think the 98 tour.
98.
Yeah, and you see him live, you know, he may not have like a, you know, putting out big hits or whatever, but if you get a chance, go see that dude live, man. He can play.
Yep.
I'm here, Brick. I'm here, man.
No, he's just watching, man. He likes to watch. There it is. Oh yeah.
I've been doing Nightbot's job, posting links because Nightbot hasn't been around.
Yes, I am.
Is that Nightbot? That's the voice of Nightbot, right? Is the Dave voice.
Wow.
Right on.
It's Mother's Day, folks.
Happy Mother's Day to everybody. That's right.
Wow.
Yep.
Happy Mother's Day, everyone.
Mother's Day. Wow.
Yeah. Well, happy Mother's Day to my mom in heaven. I lost her in 99.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Yeah.
Well, someone got a message.
Well, Caleb, good to hear you had a great gig tonight, man. Can't wait to hear what's next.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to tell you. So we shall see.
I love that that picture you posted of your mom back in the 60s with
Oh, that was great.
Caleb. The earliest Caleb photo.
in utero.
In utero, yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Did your dad take that photo?
Yes, he did.
That was awesome.
How about that one above you? That one above you with a scooter. Is that your dad?
He took that. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that like yeah, it's a scooter, right? What do they call those? The Vespa?
Yeah.
Dan Halen, according to my wife, I'm a mother effer.
Oh my God. TMI. Like right now or later? Oh yeah. Cool.
Wow.
Good stuff.
Thanks for having me on, boys.
Thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah,
Glad to.
popping
We
in.
were hoping we'd hear something from you tonight.
Always
Yeah.
a pleasure.
Yeah. John BL, thank you, man,
I can guarantee that.
For what?
for having us all on here, man.
Yeah.
No problem. Anytime, man.
I won't be posting on the Nerd Halen site every day, so that'll be good. Anyway, I was blasting the.
So who did you have filming tonight? Did you have a couple, just some friends out there
Yeah, I
taking
had
some videos and
my brother and some other people. So I think we'll get some good stuff. I've already seen some great stills. So
Cool.
did you do some scissor kicks or what is
I did
Ed's jump there?
I did one jump. Yeah, I did one
Awesome.
jump at the end.
And what did you wear? Did you wear the striped socks or the?
Yeah,
Nice.
which is funny. They're actually like tights, so they go all the way up.
And the knickers.
And then I wear like the khaki knickers above them.
Hey, when you post stuff, also, I know you do, but when you post stuff up for Nerd Helen, make some of them public, so it's easy to share.
Really, it's not shareable.
When you put it up as friends, It's not. You have to make it public so it can go shareable.
Is it from me or from the Nerd Halen site? Because the
From
Nerd
you.
Halen site should be public.
From you.
Yeah, he's talking about the stuff on your Facebook, on your personal one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my mom even told me that. So, all right, I'll work on.
Come on,
it.
get on that, Caleb.
Get on it. I'll do it.
Do it now.
Do it
now. The captain.
What's the can somebody post the Nerd Halen website in the chat?
It's just nerdhalen.com. It's pretty bare bones. There's not a lot of content on there, so I will add some pictures though. For sure.
for sure.
I'll add all the artwork I've been doing over the last several days and weeks to pub this show. So.
Mm-hmm.
It's one word, right, Caleb? Nerd Helen?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, you.
That it?
That's it. Are we good?
We good?
We good?
I'm good.
Yeah, I think we're all good.
I'm
There
good.
it is. There it is. Okay. I put it in the chat. There it is.
Beautiful.
All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks
thank you, man.
Thank you. Thank you, Caleb. Thank you, Caleb. John Beale.
Thanks, Caleb. Thanks for
Michael
jumping in, Caleb.
Smith.
Thank you.
Battle Mike. The Dog PA. Guitar Guru. Good to see you, dude.
Dan Halen.
Dan Halen. Brick Breaker. And yes, Brick Breaker. I'm on Spotify, iTunes, Bandcamp, everywhere. Links are down below or within the chat. And yeah, leave a thumbs up, everybody. Subscribe if you're brand new. We saw some new names in here tonight.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
So,
Join us next Saturday, Straturday Night Live.
Straturday Night Live.
all right, take it away, John.
Thanks, Johnny. Thanks, everyone. Happy Mother's Day. And Johnny Beane and company will be live Tuesday night for Talking Guitars on Tora Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. Tech more on Tuesday.
Tech more on Tuesday. John Mancuda and
Completely
David and
completely uncensored Tuesday.
that's right, man. Mancuda takes that to the extreme, but we love him.
I think the extreme looks at him and goes, "Dude, that's too much." We love you, John.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah.
everyone. David Ennis, Banjo Miner, Brick Breaker, John Moronic, Guitar Guru, Metal Mike, Doug PA, Nightbot, everyone else, Dan Halen. And yeah. Sounds good, Johnny.
Johnny, take it away again.
Take it away. Close it out. We
All
good,
right.
boys? We good?
We good.
All right, we're good. johnnybeane.tv. Good night.
Good night.